This is the Riot Squadcast, a supporter-driven show dedicated to LA Galaxy news, information, and opinions. Here's your hosts, Ed Rodriguez and Chris Zero Cool Tucker.
Welcome to the Riot Squadcast. My name is Ed Rodriguez, and boy, do we have a show for you today.
Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy. Hey. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, my main man, my best friend, Chris Zero Cool Tucker. How are you doing, sir?
I'm excellent. Doing very well, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Bam, back in, right back out.
Get it down. We are also joined by a very special guest, the Capo Supremo.
Hello.
Andrew, the Mac Daddy, Alisana.
The Mac Daddy, I don't like that one.
No, not that one?
like
Let's
that
keep
one.
going. Sunshine. Andrew,
I'm
Sunshine,
okay with that.
Alisana. You like it?
Sunshine, let's do some more like
Oh,
hippie,
Sunshine.
hippie ones.
That'd be like, you know, the ironic nicknames.
Yeah. Why? Because I'm dark and brooding?
Yeah, mostly.
I'm here. I just came from a security meeting. It was fun.
Sounds fun.
We learned about what we're doing for San Jose and LAFC, so be on the lookout for that information, which will be forthcoming shortly.
Soon. Yeah.
And then, as always, we are joined by Producer Ben. Producer Ben, how are you doing, sir?
Doing all right, man. Everything's all right. You know, glad to have Andrew in here, even though
always nice.
it almost didn't happen. But you know, we talked him into it.
I get in here and like Ben's sitting on the stoop of his house, while his like kids and his wife are like
Hey,
unloading
Arnold?
the vans, and he's just
While
sitting
they're
on his
working?
phone. Yeah,
I was ordering stuff on Amazon, man.
Nice.
important stuff.
More things
You got to
for
do
them
that.
bring
You
inside.
got to do that away from your wife.
I gotta do it before she gets home. That's why I was sitting out there
You don't,
watching.
you don't want to see
He's
what's in that shopping
He's trying to
cart.
make sure the credit card information was in there. 'Cause
Exactly.
you know it's already saved in there. And he
Sweet.
just had to make sure to confirm.
Is that one button press that,
Yeah.
that just buys and ships? That's what you need to
That's
set
what he
up.
needed. But what's going on, man? How's everyone doing?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh boy.
It's never good after you lose to San Jose, especially in that fashion.
No, we'll get it out too. But
yeah, it's always a dark week after that. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's hard to
um,
recover.
Yeah, it's been tough.
We thought,
I've-
Overall,
we
though.
thought it was bad after the Open Cup loss, right?
yeah,
Well, luckily. I mean, the Open Cup loss made sense. We wanted to make sure that we maintained our regular season form. That was what was important. So.
yeah, exactly. We had to go and beat Cincinnati.
Yeah,
That was very important.
Yeah, 3 points against
Well,
Cincinnati.
although I'm almost certain that we could have taken a USL team to Cincinnati and maybe gotten away with 3 points.
Probably have been okay in that,
But you know,
in the grand scheme, life as well. Been watching a lot of HGTV. I'm getting back in that. I'd gotten away from HGTV for a while.
What are you watching?
There's one called Hawaii Life that I'm into. It's about
Of
people
course.
like,
Yeah. I can see why you're
oh
into
yeah,
that.
loving it. People $400,000 for a home.
You're waiting on that yurt, son.
We're every day, every homework assignment, I get 1 day closer to my fucking yurt.
are you a Chip and Joanna Gaines fan?
I fucking hate those.
You
people.
hate them?
I hate
Oh,
them.
my mom loves them.
That's not surprising. I like the guy. I can't
Like
stand.
Chip?
She doesn't do any work.
He's so fucking like corny though.
Yeah.
He's just too corny.
Once you get kids, you fall right into the same pattern.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
the one
so.
where they have the kids help, like come in and like.
They don't. I mean,
they're like younger kids. They don't really do.
you would watch it
anything.
and get.
There's a show where they like bring in the kids, like, hey, bring in the kids. We're gonna.
Oh,
have them
that's
help.
But
Property Brothers.
Oh yeah, no. They have Property Brothers have kids.
Well,
Oh, they have
Property
the
Brothers, they have
family.
the family, whichever house they're going into to work on. They're like, well, you guys are gonna fucking help too. So, or they don't curse at them, but they're
Free
like,
labor, free labor, bitches.
get your fucking bitch ass in here.
I
Grab
would
that
watch an
sledgehammer.
HGTV show
Brought to
where
you
they're
by
cursing.
Sears.
Wouldn't it be? I always.
Actually, you know what? They should HGTV should get Adam Carolla to reprise
That'd be
his
construction
home
show,
opening
yeah.
That would be amazing.
but
Wasn't it? He had a show called To Catch a Contractor or something like that.
oh, about dudes who don't know.
I think he had that one too, but he also had one where he like helped fix people's rooms. Like he would go and find a specific room and it'd be like a fucked up bathroom, and then he would go and help them fix it and teach them how to do it themselves.
But it's like I always, we've talked about this. I go to the same direction with Harry Potter. Like there's always this darker underbelly that we don't get to see. That I want a home construction show where they break down a wall and they're like, holy shit, there's a fucking body in here. Like somebody got murdered.
Well,
in
all
this
these
house.
shows are so fake because there's never any like migrant workers anywhere
Yeah.
in these shows.
Yeah.
And they're somewhere in those shows.
I mean,
Yeah.
Or on the
come
cutting room
on.
floor. But I was watching, it was like, because Erica and I watched, a solid like 2 or 3 days worth of HGTV. And just like the law of averages, at some point, like be it Property Brothers or Hawaii Life or Chip and Joanna Gaines, at some point someone has like helped renovate the house of like a wife beater, and there's just like this backstory in this relationship we don't know anything about, and this guy's like either into something weird or he smacks his old lady around. So they've helped horrible people at some point. I wish there was a way to kind of follow up on all that information.
So the perfect title for that show is actually, I think, already a show.
Okay.
If These Walls Could Talk. That would be amazing. It'd be like,
I mean,
so this home here is,
nobody steal that idea.
19,000 square foot colonial.
Mother-
3 people got murdered here.
Mother drowned 3 babies, and
Yeah.
Oh, can you go?
2.5 bath.
Wait, but what does she do in that bath?
It was an acid bath.
God.
That would be pretty interesting.
This is why I can't watch things like HGTV for too long. Like that's when it
'Cause
just starts
you
permeating
start
my
thinking
mind.
about like the
It gets
most
dark.
awful shit.
It always gets dark.
Because it's so bright that you need to darken it somehow.
There's
You
got to
need
be. They're
you
all
gotta
too
yang
happy.
it to yin it.
They're just too happy.
Yeah, no, it is all fake, super fake. But yeah, my mom's all about Chip and Joanna Gaines. She like really wants to go to their restaurant, which I heard is not.
They're a
like-
restaurant.
Yeah.
What do they know about restaurants?
They do everything. So they got a bakery too, like a separate thing. It's a
Diversifying that money,
bakery.
son.
Yeah,
That's how
they
you come
they
up.
You
really
literally just
are.
plaster your name on things, right? And that's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Wait, Shaquille O'Neal sells car insurance. It's just
Yeah,
like
that's
who's
true.
gonna
He still does that.
who is
huh?
going to cut me a check?
He still does general
and,
commercials.
and Icy Hot commercials, sir.
Whoever will
But
pay him.
here's the thing: I know the shake.
The shit
I saw him do an Icy Hot commercial in Spanish on one of the Spanish channels.
He didn't speak
Love it.
Spanish.
He was speaking Spanish because it was
No.
like,
They just found some dude that
Me
sounds
llamo-
like it.
that
Hang on,
sounded.
Andrew.
I was
Hang on,
gonna- I know,
Andrew.
right?
Hang on, Andrew. I want to
Yeah,
hear
let's go.
this attempt.
I know. Me llamo Shaq. Compra tu Icy Hot in Las Chendas. No, I swear, but it
See?
was.
You got to let him go. There we go.
But it was because you heard Shaq speak Spanish because it was very slow and very Shaq-like. It was amazing. But he only said like 2 sentences. It wasn't like the whole commercial.
Then they let a professional
I
take
need
over.
someone in the YouTube live chat to
Find that.
link me up on that. I need to see that.
I have to
Speaking of the YouTube live chat, we're on youtube.com/RiotSquadcast.
welcome to all the people, all
Yes.
the tens of you.
Yeah.
Mazzatelli's in there right now from straight from the stands. Call in Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers.
Yep,
I don't know.
it's happening.
I'm assuming that's not official because
It's
probably
happening.
probably not going to happen.
It's gonna happen, and
We-
if it doesn't, I'm really gonna be sore.
We should explain Andrew, lifelong, one of the genuine few.
Him and like Joaquin.
So not
Lifelong
not
Clippers
lifelong,
fan.
but
How
for a
long?
long time. I'd say like 96, 97.
Well, for me, when I say lifelong, it's like the span of time.
As-
I've
as
known
long
you
as you've known
the
me.
vast majority of my
Yeah.
life, and for that entire time, you've been a Clippers fan.
Do you go back to Danny Manning,
I do go back. Well,
Ken-
yeah, he
and
was there.
Ken Norman, Hollywood Harper?
Yeah, that was like
those days,
that was like the
the Sports
last
Arena
little bit
days.
that I was watching. But I really enjoyed the Darius Miles, Elton Brand.
Okay,
Those
yeah.
teams were
Yeah,
Are
fun.
you a Clippers fan?
They
I
were
didn't know
really
this.
they were really
used
bad.
I used to be when I followed basketball, I was more a Clippers fan. Yeah.
That's not surprising.
They were really bad, but they were like super exciting to watch. And yeah, it really is not surprising that
Our boy
that is-
Rodrigo Rodriguez on the YouTube chat says, Kawhi to the Lakers, baby. Clippers are the Chivas USA of the NBA.
Yeah,
Kawhi is-
that's not accurate anymore. So
Which one? The Clip? I actually agree with you.
It's not accurate.
They are
Maybe at one time when we had Donald Sterling, I could not defend. I could not defend. Our ownership. He was always looking to not spend. But yeah, that we're not the Chivas USA anymore. I mean, Steve Ballmer's got money.
Do you really think Kawhi's going to the Clippers?
I have to believe that Kawhi's going to the Clippers because
Why
if
is
he's
that?
not, then
'Cause you know where
there's
he's
really
going.
no point in watching basketball next year because
There's
Stephen
not.
A.
I agree with
Smith
you.
said it.
I agree 100%. If
It
the
will
Lakers get
be-
Kawhi, there's no reason to watch.
I mean, I'll still watch basketball next year, but it will
Me
be.
too.
But here's the thing: when
I'll
you-
watch the same amount of basketball, which is none.
It depends on when they're
if someone
on
goes
the channel
down,
I'm
like
on.
AD goes down and gets a knee injury or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
like the rest of the squad is trash. Jared, you guys just signed Jared Dudley today. That dude
I
is
saw,
trash.
yeah.
That
Well,
dude
it's-
was fucking garbage on the Clippers.
If it's Kawhi, then it's
And that
Kawhi-
was the Riot Squadcast
Yeah.
basketball talk.
minute.
I'm glad I could be here for that.
Thank you. But yes, we are live on youtube.com/Riot Squadcast. You guys can find all our social medias and everything on riotsquadcast.com, where we also have write-ups from Jamie Bacon. Thank you, Jamie. We also have our shirt up there on the site. You can buy $25, free shipping. You just pay like the $1 or $2 tax. Ben will make sure to get those shirts out to people. And if you guys ever have any problems, if like maybe you didn't get your shirt, don't hesitate to email us. We will work with you to get you out another shirt.
Yeah, we had a couple of shirts. We had one shirt that was returned and one shirt that was lost. So we'll make sure those get back out.
So don't hesitate to
Lost.
email us.
Put the air quotes on it.
You can email us at email.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the email, Ben?
You can email show@Riot Squadcast, or you can email me directly, Ben@Riot Squadcast.
Or hit us up on the socials,
Or
man.
hit us up on the socials, yeah.
Don't hesitate. We're available on many platforms. But let's dive into the Lars news, yeah?
Mars News. This is Mars News. It's not real news. This is just Mars News about stuff and things we want to talk about. Mars News. This is Mars
News. So yeah, since I'm here, I guess I'll cowboy this.
Yeah, I mean you
I'll
are
cowboy this thing here. So the 4th of July tailgate starts at 2 p.m. That's Thursday. Just make sure you guys are all aware that we have a game on Thursday. It is on a Thursday. Starts at 2 p.m. and we have music from the Rollin' Ramblers. That's Alanise's band. They played before. Good band.
Was it last year or the year
country
before?
music. I think they played last year.
Last year, yeah.
So it starts at 2 p.m. Country music. So it's country music. Get down with country music.
America.
And it's America's birthday, so yeah.
And it's America's birthday, so
And there's a lot. You said Jose Alanis, Larzer is in the band, right?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's his
Plays
band.
the
bass.
plays the bass.
He plays the bass.
Slapping
He
the
slaps
bass.
the bass.
Slapping the bass.
If you still need tickets, there still are tickets available for the July 4th game.
Really?
Yes, there are. And you can get a supporter combo and get the 4th and the 12th, which is San Jose. And that's $40. And you can only get that by calling Alex Merced.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Merced's phone number is 310-630-2235. 310-630-2235. Alex Merced.
He's a
Hit
good
him
guy.
up.
He'll take care of you.
Yeah, he's good.
$40 for 2 games, man. That's not bad, dude.
Yeah, and they're two good games, too.
And I'm shocked that the game isn't sold out on Thursday.
Yeah, me too, a little bit. And I know some people that are like at the last second getting
Selling
rid of
stuff.
tickets.
Yeah.
So I'm a little worried about the attendance, but it's 4th of July.
I think it'll end up being fine.
I'll be drunk enough to not know.
cares?
Real quick, speaking of tickets, our boy on Twitter, Thomas, Mr. _ TP22, he's trying to get his sister-in-law a date for this Thursday. So there's one free ticket available. If you go on Twitter, hit him up. It's at Mr. _ TP22, and he's trying to get his sister-in-law a date for the Thursday game.
I think Guys in Sports Hammer.
And what kind of
Eric-
like a
Eric Vieira?
he had talked about maybe doing a little dating show. If we could get like Galaxy Love, Galactic Love. I saw something along those lines. I think that would be just amazing.
I mean, I'm just saying, we literally talked about this on our show to start a dating app for the Galaxy
yeah,
fans.
that's true. It would
The
be
Lime
so
Hyena.
niche. It'd be so niche. It'd be so like 60 people downloading.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Yeah,
But those 6 people are dedicated
that's true.
and
That's
spreading
true.
their diseases to the only 60 people in that.
God, I don't wanna,
So you
I
know
don't
where
wanna know
it's
about all that.
you know, you can
Google
pinpoint it.
started with just 60 people. This
Yeah.
is the launching pad. That's how we get started, Andrew. Next thing you know, Empire.
Empire.
Yes.
We're buying buildings in Santa Monica.
Yeah. We're not going to do anything with them because this app doesn't make
And
sense.
then our logo is going to have just L and H because, all apps just have their initials in the
Yeah,
app.
that's all you need. It's 2019.
Yeah.
So lastly, there are going to be some a limited amount of LAFC home game tickets, home game for us, that go on sale to 138 SC members only, and that will be Wednesday. They will get an email with details. Like I said, there is a limited amount. We don't know if there's going to be a huge demand for it because our 138 SC membership is not as high as we'd want
Where
it to
we'd
be.
like it to be.
Yeah.
Do you have a number on that?
Last I heard it was 170, close to 170.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was at 170. I think he said 168, 170, something like that.
Ben's crushed because he's going to have to buy 130 memberships.
Yeah, man, that's an expensive. I think
It's a rough weekend.
if you buy 100, we'll say it's 130. How about that? We'll cut you a deal.
So if we buy 100, we can get 138 memberships.
Yeah, I'll do that for you.
All right.
I mean,
That
I don't
sounds
really
good.
have the authority.
Maybe we could somehow do it like a Jamie Bacon thing where
yeah, exactly.
where,
Let's
where
crowdfund.
yeah,
Crowdfund the 130 memberships.
Oh my
So
God.
Ed could get punched in the dick.
These
so
are my
yeah.
friends. These are my friends who want this to
These are
happen.
people who love you.
People
So
who
that's an
love me.
email coming out. You'll get details tomorrow. The tickets will go on sale tomorrow. We may have the ability possibly to get more tickets, but as of right now, we're going to see where demand is.
Outstanding. And lastly, because I texted Oso as well, there is going to be, if you're a vegetarian and you're coming to the cookout on the 4th, they are going to have a small allotment of veggie burgers. So there will be something for you. Don't necessarily feel the need to go out and that you'll have to get food for yourself if you're showing up super early. They are going to have some. If you do eat meat, do try to stick to the meat eating so that there are some options available for the other people, but
So
no one's really going to hold you.
I shouldn't go eat the veggie burgers.
I don't. I think
all of the veggie
zero
burgers.
people doubt that you would do that. I don't think it's much of an issue.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, we know the taste is.
But there's going to be some. So if you're into it, feel free.
That is very nice. Also, we will have some more information about things that are happening for the LAFC and San Jose games. There will be tifo for both. There will be painting, and we'll let you know about that. It's coming very soon because the game is coming very soon.
Where can they find that?
We'll put that out on socials. Also, there's going to be, like I said, we just had a meeting today. There's going to be some changes for the LAFC game as far as our tailgate, but we'll let you know more about that when we have more information.
So make sure you're following the Riot Squad on all social medias. There's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
Is the Snapchat still going on, or does anyone know the password?
You have the password of the Snapchat.
Yeah, I know the password, man.
Yeah, see?
That's like 3 years ago.
And who else had it?
What's his name? Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, was his Secular Taco, I think is his.
Why did Jesus have the Snapchat password?
He was doing it for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. All right, for sure. All right, I'll ask him. I mean, honestly, I don't know anyone that uses Snapchat anymore, though.
I don't know. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I don't really use it, but maybe that's just me. I also don't use Facebook now. It's bad. Yeah.
It's all bad. But follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and
yeah.
Twitter.
Hit us up on Twitter.
At Riot Squadcast.
Actually, as you well know, I don't have an internet presence, so.
But he wants people to at him, though, when they're talking shit to him.
Well, I mean, if you're talking shit, at me, though.
But you can sign up for the 130 AC on LARiotSquad.org. You'll see the Uncle Sam
We want
button.
you.
Click on that. Sign up. How much is the package?
It was
Fuck, I
$25.
should know. It's $25. Yeah.
It was
Like, I was real
$35.
bad. I was about to say 35, but I was like, no, that's wrong. Yeah, 25.
And it's going to good cause. I mean, all this stuff, the barbecues, the tifos, all that stuff. So it's going right back into the squad.
And there will be a gift. It is the design process of it has been not as easy. So yeah, there will be the challenge coin that's still coming.
Right on.
Fantastic. And lastly, do visit www.rollingramblers.com/songs. You can check out Jose Alanis's band. He told him we'd pimp his website.
Oh yeah, all day. Also, there's a family that tailgates intersection, and they're doing a fundraiser for somebody in their family that has cancer. So stop by there, donate.
To the right of it's going to be the right of
to the right
DJ.
of us. Yeah, donate. Go see them. They're always really cool. They're always really cool. There's that guy buys me a beer almost every game. So, I feel the need to. Help
Rodrigo
them out.
in the chat saying that Jonathan's limping out of the game versus Haiti.
Awesome. Rodrigo, you bring bad news.
Why you gotta bring us down, dude? Why you gotta? Let's
to the
just
date.
kick him out.
Well,
Kick him out of the chat.
Well, since we're already on a downer,
Speaking of bad news,
just go straight to
and
San
bad
Jose.
things, let's talk San Jose. What I would describe that as, in terms, eloquent terms, I would say it's a shit show, absolute shit show. I mean, outside of maybe Kitchen, and I think Chris, you're gonna talk about him in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was just absolutely terrible, absolutely terrible.
So I didn't get to watch the whole game. I watched the first half. First half was, it wasn't great, but neither team really looked all that great. I think San Jose's passing was a lot crisper than ours, and you can see this one-touch passing. I think Almeida's finally getting through to some of the players, every time I came in from the bar to watch the second half because I was working, we were getting dispossessed. Like every single time I would come in and watch, we were getting dispossessed. We would have the ball when I walk in, and by the time I leaned against the bench, we got the ball taken away from us. So that's as far as my experience of what I saw. I saw the goals. I think Bingham could have saved the second one. Was it the second one? Whatever. The one that went across him.
The first and second one?
The first two are basically identical.
Yeah.
They hit pretty much in the same spot. One's a little lower than the other.
So, not big on Bingham myself, but yeah, we have the whole team is to blame, not just Bingham.
So let's go with some ups and downs, Chris. I know you have an up for.
Mine's positive, so I don't know if
maybe the one positive.
I have the singular positive up. again, I'll say Perry Kitchen's game under Schelotto has been raised to another level. He's been
Revitalized.
absolutely fantastic. All things considered, granted, being a pure defensive midfielder and playing for a side that, for the most part, is not necessarily overrun, but is not getting the help and the benefit it needs from everyone else. Kitchen's going to have a lot to do, and he had a lot to do in that game. His stat line's pretty incredible compared to everyone else. He had 2 tackles, 4 interceptions, 3 clearances, a block, 39 passes, which was only 3 less than Fabio Alvarez, which is concerning and probably why the game went the way it did. He had the 5th most passes overall, 82.1% accurate, 3 long balls, which is not normally his go-to, and 2 of them were accurate. Only 1 kind of went away. Overall, for what we need out of him specifically, if he can do that every single week, he's going to be one of the top defensive midfielders in the league. At a minimum, he's going to be a piece that's going to contribute and help and take some of the defensive work off Jonathan's shoulders. So you're going to allow him to kind of go forward and create. Everything else was pretty terrible.
And to add our highest rated player, because we get our stats from Who Scored, and our highest rated at 7.3. No one else even got close.
Remotely close, yeah. He was by far and away the best.
Our only player above a 7.0. Everyone else was below that.
And justified. Like every
Absolutely.
now and again, you see numbers that are like, Emma has numbers that float high. Even Uriel has numbers that float high. Sometimes it don't really make sense. But getting to watch that in real time and getting to go through the highlights again, Kitchen was the only one who really did much of anything, and everyone else, their numbers was pretty deserved. Everything else seemed kind of fair. So yeah, Kitchen was a big up for me. That was about it.
I think my only up, other than obviously, I thought as well, Kitchen, I thought he was solid. My only up would probably be the traveling support. Seen a lot of pictures, seen a lot of videos. So again, I want to give a big shout out to everyone who went up there, because it's
600 plus.
Yeah, it's not easy going away. I mean, this year's it's been a little iffy because we have been a little bit better on the road, but I don't know, man. For some reason it's always like going up San Jose, and like those Stanford trips are like, don't expect to go out of there feeling happy.
It's the first game, as you guys know, this first game I haven't been to in probably like 8 or 9
For San
years.
Jose?
I really should go back and look like at my phone's pictures and see. Well, see, I don't even take pictures like that though, so I don't know. I could figure out which the last one I didn't go to, but this is the first one I haven't gone to. If it's an MLS game, for many years, and I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse is if it's worse to lose in the 90th minute, or to just lay an egg like that and just look as bad as they did.
I think the 90th minute probably.
90th minutes hurt. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Those ones where you're
driving back from that Alan Gordon game was fucking.
because you're like, maybe I'm going to get something.
infuriating.
Maybe we'll get a point. Maybe.
It's still up in the air.
And it's I saw some people on Twitter that were okay. They were like, you lose an away game, it's not a big deal. And it's like, yeah, but you shouldn't be okay.
It's your biggest
okay,
rival.
but you shouldn't be okay with losing any game.
Yeah.
You definitely shouldn't be okay with losing an away game to your biggest rival. 50,000 people. Like, there's 50,000 people who have another reason to support the San Jose Earthquakes, where we went in and smashed them. For people who only showed up for Zlatan, you may not necessarily build Galaxy fans out of that, but you're going to build someone that says, well, why the fuck would I bother supporting the San Jose Earthquakes?
Or you made these people who are like, oh wow, that San Jose game, they looked really well. Let me just
We should go back. We
and,
should look
and
into
follow
them.
them. Yeah.
Like that's what that if you're San Jose, that's perfection. That's
So how many
exactly what
people do you
want.
think in 08 we turned away the first year they came back? When we went up to
Oh, it was
Oakland
beautiful.
Coliseum and we
3-0.
fucking just wrecked. How many people were just like, "Oh, I'm never coming back to a San Jose Earthquakes
When you
game."
look, they show up when we come, and that's
Except for that one kid who was chanting "This is our house" with us in the stands.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's a great video.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's my thing too is that, you see on Twitter and yes, it's painful, but I can't stand the I'm never going back there again. Like, come on, dude. You're not good. You gotta.
I
Kinda,
understand it because I said that about LAFC the away. I'm never going back, but I'll probably go back.
Admit it. In all fairness to them, I say that every single time I'm on my way home from San Jose. Like when you're immediately done with it, especially if it's a loss like that or
Yeah.
that Alan Gordon
I
one,
get the reaction.
you're just like it's too fresh. Give it some time. It's like any other wound. Give it some time to breathe. Let time heal it a little bit. Let's get it. Go home. Get to the stubby. Let's have a Galaxy win. Let's see how you feel.
Yeah, because I mean, of all the away trips I've done, I mean, they've always been fun. Like it's always never been like a bad time going up.
San Jose is still probably my favorite. I hate that city. I hate the drive. I hate every part of it. But there is There's something visceral, and there is, whether it's Stanford, whether it's Avaya, whether it's Buckshaw, whether any of these places they've been.
Don't worry, it'll never be a Avaya. It's like one time they've ever played.
I hear we're at Stanford next year, but regardless of whether it's going to be,
Year.
well, as long as it's the name.
They don't want us to quote unquote break their stadium.
But where does LAFC play?
They play at the Bank of.
No. But where
Oh,
when they play in
they
San
play
Jose,
Avaya.
they play at Avaya.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nobody.
Because small team,
Yes,
dude.
exactly.
Small teams.
We're the super club.
There's no point where the Galaxy is still the center. The center.
Oh,
focus.
there we're exactly.
But it's the Zlatans. It's the Beckham. That's who gets to Stanford.
But here's the thing, and our buddy Chris
Hey.
tweeted this out the other day, because we got 600 plus people
Oh, it's doable.
up to San Jose without any like push from front offices, anything. Chris, tell them your idea that you want to go forward.
With all due respect, I'm going to start right off on the top. With all due respect, I love Lars. I clearly am an unabashed Lars member. I have 138 SC membership. I love the Riot Squad. I love everything we do. All my friends are there. We didn't really go, right? Like some of us went. A group of us.
Like, what do you mean? When?
Like to San Jose this last trip.
No, there was a good amount of Lars people there.
Of that 600, what would you say was?
I'd probably say there's at least 100 to 150 Lars
Okay.
members.
So if we could get, realistically, if we could get that number up to say 400, 500, would it be possible? And this is why you don't make rash decisions the moment you come back from an away game. That was a beating, because then you say things you don't mean.
Well, see, I don't think it'd be Lars that you'd be targeting. It'd
No,
be- it'd be
you target the
the people in between
the
Lars
in-betweeners,
and ACV. Yeah.
But if we could get, but that's what I'm saying. So if you made a concentrated effort
Oh,
as
yeah,
an
we could do
organization
it.
out of Lars, you made a concentrated effort out of the ACB, which they regularly do.
Yeah.
And then you had the Galaxy on their end pushing it to your average fans, your people who may not necessarily sit with a supporters group or have a membership with a supporters group, but they know every song, they clap along, they're actively paying attention, they know what's going on. Those people, the Galaxy fans who aren't supporters group related, one gigantic push next year, as early as we can, as soon as the schedule comes out, working with the front office, working with the supporters groups. If we got to figure out buses on our own, then so be it. If the Galaxy want to help figure out buses, awesome. And trying to break 1,000 people away to San Jose. If we're at Stanford, 1,000 tickets shouldn't be a problem at all. Last time we were at Avaya, they couldn't sell out their stadium. So we're gonna go ahead and help your attendance. But let's see if it's actually again. But let's see if it's actually possible. And it doesn't seem crazy to me.
No, it's not crazy.
It's not crazy, right?
It's not crazy. No, it's not crazy at all.
But 1,000 supporters away to San Jose next year. As soon as the schedule comes out, we get to work. I think between the podcasts, I think between the supporters groups, I think between the various Galaxy fan pages now, you have Once a G, Always a G, you got Galaxy History, you got all these different entities that are kind of tracking Galaxy things. Everyone on the same page, pushing to the same direction. I think it's doable. And I would love to know what everyone else thinks about it. I'd love to know what you guys think about it. I would love to know what the listeners think about it. Our fair Galaxy front office people who listen to this, how are you doing? I'd love to know what you think about this. I want to open it up as big as humanly possible, and just shatter their dream. That's really what it comes down to. Because 1,000 people in any of their buildings, 1,000 people, clearly. I mean, from what I heard, because I didn't get to go to San Jose this year, the 600 plus Galaxy fans were by far and away louder than everyone else.
Yeah,
So
you
what-
could hear them on the broadcast.
on the TV. Yeah. So what
Yeah.
1,000 of them would do, singing in concert together, I think it would be beautiful.
Because here's the thing, it's like San Jose away is the easiest and cheapest away trip you can make.
Right.
Yeah. If you've ever been on
Or
the
probably
fence
outside
about
of
it,
LAFC, but
if you've ever been on the fence about going on an actual proper away trip,
yeah.
where it's going to take you a day or so. San Jose is the quickest. You can be there and back in the same day. You can do overnight. You can stay. Your brother has stayed and gone to Frisco a couple times. Like there's things to do away from San Jose if you want to make a weekend of the trip. But if you want to come right back down, that works too.
We had people that rented a van and did that.
Yeah, if Lars has rented a van, go
15-seater
up
van.
there back. We've often done.
I saw
Shout
those
out
pictures.
Mike Sanchez.
Yeah.
He had
There
to drive some
I was
some inebriated people.
I was wondering how a van like that would get up the hill with let's say huskier folks of Lars.
But there's not what hill like what.
I'm just it's a joke.
It's like
The Grapevine, I guess. Oh yeah, I guess the Grapevine.
No, but it was great, man. I love seeing that stuff too, man. Let's move on. Let's talk a little GBS. Was he outcoached in this game? I'll leave it to anyone who wants to start that conversation.
No, I think the players laid an egg. Honestly, I mean, it's hard to say that he got outcoached when the players just kind of like. Honestly, every time I looked, they were getting dispossessed. Their passing wasn't on point. They weren't making runs. It just looked bad. It just looked all around looked bad. So I can't necessarily say he got outcoached if the players just laid an egg. And we're gonna get to it, but Zlatan looked disinterested. So, that's part of it. Maybe that's bringing the rest of the people down. Maybe everyone else feels disinterested, but I can't really say that GBS got outcoached. It's hard to say that.
I definitely agree with you that he wasn't getting outcoached. I think the people we're missing and the amount of time we're missing them is really starting to hinder everyone. It's we haven't played a ton of games over the stretch since the break, but we're playing a lot of games really quickly together. So we're at 4 games or so in the last 10 or 15 days. We're playing a lot of games. We're still missing, and we talked about it last week. We're missing arguably the best center midfielder in the league.
Is he our best player though? Is he more important to us than Zlatan?
No, because of the roster depth at his position. If he's gone, we can play someone else. If Zlatan's gone, there's no one else to play up there. Especially now with the way injuries are going. Zubac is still the one guy to come off the bench.
We feel it. You can see it every game that we play without him.
There's a heartbeat.
You really feel it's different.
He is, and you tell me because you're a Liverpool fan. He is, as close as I can recall, like a 2008 Steven Gerrard, where it's like he is just this absolute blood heartbeat. And when he's not there, it still beats a little bit, but it's a little more listless. It's a little weaker.
Fair.
It's
a fair comparison.
It's not to say that they're not trying, but there's definitely this extra element.
You've got a guy just doing everything.
Jelle Van Damme is first year. Ashley Cole is second year. Robbie Keane every year. There's just to have that guy on the field who just drags you. Zlatan doesn't appear to be that. It's if he's not getting the service, it's kind of whatever. If the pass isn't going the way or defenses are getting, he kind of checks out. But with Jonathan, you see this person who, more often than not, 99% of the time, is just constantly working. We're missing him, and he's got a 92% pass accuracy on the season. You can't just drop that out and put in Perry Kitchen or Joe Corona, who Galaxy fans seem to pretty uniformly agree has been a bit underwhelming. Where Leget's been a bit underwhelming.
That's putting it lightly.
Fabio, as being the guy who comes in who's supposed to help in the attack, can't have 3 more passes than Perry Kitchen. There's things you can point to say, okay, well, it makes sense why all these things are happening. As long as you're in a position, injury-wise, where you have to play an Emma Boateng, hey, man, you're going to have games like this. That's just the way it's going to work. And until we get rid of entities like that, that's the way these things are going to kind of build up.
Yeah, you clearly see that we don't have the depth to have 5 guys go off on international duty.
And if Zlatan has, because contrary to his belief, or seemingly now the Galaxy's belief, or Major League Soccer's belief, he actually isn't immortal. He actually isn't bigger than the game. He's not bigger than the sport. If he has 3 off games, we don't score. That's so far it's genuinely been the way it works. If he's off for a couple weeks, we stop scoring. If we're missing people.
Excuse me, Emma scored against Cincinnati, so
go
take those back.
But if he's not scoring and our defense has a stinker like we just had, which is realistic to expect that every now and again, maybe not to that degree, but defensive stinkers are going to happen. If one guy scores all your goals and your defense has a stinker, of course you're going to fucking tank. But for me, I think we're missing Giancarlo, we're missing Felcher, we're missing Jonathan, we're missing.
I don't know if we're missing Felcher as much as we're missing the other guys.
But Araujo wasn't outstanding. I mean, it's the first game in a while that he wasn't outstanding, and there's that lack of an option. It's either him or it's Felcher. And Felcher, might be out for a little bit now, but I genuinely focus more on what are we out, and not necessarily what's going on with him. There are still questionable calls. I don't understand. If everyone looks exhausted, only using 2 substitutions, that always drives me crazy.
Yeah,
especially.
But how's the team who had a week off going to be tired? Against a team who literally played 2 days ago or 3 days before playing
well,
us.
I mean, you play as many games as they have in the amount of time they've played. I mean,
They play
yeah,
the
they're
same amount of games
professional athletes, but-
as everyone else in the top of the conference. They played one less game or one more game than.
yeah, but we don't have the depth as a lot of other teams have. Like and we haven't been rotating.
But with the week off, they're not going to be rested enough.
No.
No,
guess
I
not.
mean,
Yeah.
look at how many injuries we have. Like we're really forced to. Emma's playing. I mean, Emma's starting. You know what I mean? Like,
But Emma was
that's-
starting.
That's
before
a bad
that too,
sign.
though.
That's a bad sign. With all that many people out and the injuries we have, and now
And-
Leget's
and
injured
more piling
again,
up, yeah.
It's not a good look. It's not a good look. We really need Joe Corona to step up.
But yeah, it's
Well, I think you need more of like Fabio to step up to
That
actually.
too.
Fabio
Like,
needs
that
to step
too.
up in a big. He's been
I'm just thinking
Overall
specifically
underwhelming.
central mid. You know, yeah.
well. It's like your middle five from this last game. Leggett overall pretty underwhelming. Went off in the first 45 minutes. Although his first 45 was okay. He goes off hurt in first 45. Fabio Alvarez, at least for me, overall been pretty underwhelming since he signed, especially for what we needed him to do. Emma Boateng, enough said. Joe Corona has been a little underwhelming, and Perry Kitchen, someone we all expected to not even need, who turned out to be the singular outstanding player in the game and outstanding player over the
but
last
should we
few
really
weeks.
be surprised that Fabio isn't the guy who's going to come in and have that final ball to Zlatan or whoever? He came over to our team with not like amazing stats.
No, but
So
you
it
could
was
see,
a huge roll of the dice.
but you can see in like his highlight reel what they see in him. He takes on players. He's good with the ball.
I hope
he's-
they didn't like sign him on his fucking YouTube.
No, I
Save
don't
it.
think so. I mean, I trust DTK a little bit more than that, but no, I don't think that's the case. But you can see what they see in him,
Sure.
and it's apparently someone GBS has wanted for a while. So it was someone that he wanted when he was at Boca too. So
So is it a case of, hey, it's MLS, so it's a different style of play of the league? Like you've seen some of these guys have to come in and
it could
And
be, but
adjust
he
a
was
little
good
bit.
his first couple games. He was pretty good. I think he was pretty good his first couple games. It's hard to say. I don't know. He's gotten a couple goals. He's got 2 goals or just 1.
I think he has 2.
He has 2, right? I mean, one of them was like the ball got redirected to him. So
Well, he had this
one was
against
against Cincinnati, so I don't know
where
if you
it's
can
in the
really
sun.
count that.
But
so I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know that they've missed on him yet. I think it's a little early to say.
He also had Efra coming in at halftime, getting pretty much a full 45. I genuinely didn't understand Leggett starting the half and then immediately, like they had him dress and walk out on the field, and then he comes in for Efra. Usually you just kind of leave him in the locker room if they're hurt and sub your player on before the game starts. Efra had 0 dribbles, 76% pass success was his lowest this season so far. Usually Zlatan and everyone gets drastically better when he comes in. That wasn't the case this week. I want to chalk it up to it was just it was coming, and it was this one that was coming, and it's done, and we're past, and we move on. But there's still a lot of concerning production out of some of these guys. Fabio has to do better. Whether you're signing him as the guy who's going to score or shoot for what he's here for, he has to do better than he's been doing. He can't have 1 shot on goal. Like, he can't. Zlatan had 5 shots, 4 in the box. So he's, as far as deep as Zlatan is playing, he's still hustling and getting up inside the box to take 4 shots. He can't have 1. Like, he can't. And he has to, whatever.
Well, it's not even like, here's the problem though, because with Zlatan dropping so deep, you literally have no one else in the box, where your plan is having Boateng go out wide and just outrun people.
Yeah.
And then Boateng's already bad at crossing, and now you expect him to cross to nobody.
But if Zlatan is dropping,
But that means Fabio's not doing his job.
if Zlatan is dropping, who's guarding both of them? Because I assure you, I've seen Zlatan drop, and they keep guarding him. So Fabio, while they're
There should be
while they're
space.
shifting,
There's no
to cover,
secondary runs into the box.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
If Zlatan is dropping deep, and he did and has been, if he's dropping deep and you're still only getting 1 shot off, what are you doing? What are you doing? I can get 1 shot off and not score. I mean, that's easy. So I don't know if we need to shift where we're playing him, because it's still predominantly in the middle, and he has had some experience out wide, and Efra seems more comfortable in the middle. So I don't know why we haven't messed with that dynamic yet.
Well, it's probably they've seen something in practice where they're favoring Fabio over Efra in that center mid role.
Well, whatever you guys are doing in practice is not working in real games, and it's time to look at this again. I'm hoping it's a one-off. Defensively, I think we're all kind of sliding over it. Polenta was terrible. Romney, a huge step back from the progress he had been making. Steris, it was probably the best of the bunch, but still, it was an off night. Narajo, young kid playing in a rivalry game in front of 50,000 people.
Who was probably actually our best defender of the night.
Narajo, I think so, yeah.
I mean, here's the thing with Polenta too, man.
Well, didn't those two similar goals come from his side? Didn't they cut in from his side, or is it from the left?
No, it's from the left.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think in my head.
Romney had a
stinker.
Romney had a howler.
But speaking of Polenta, man, he's having these weird once or twice a game plays where you're like, what are you doing? It was in the first half where he tried to stop a ball and
Leonardo syndrome.
he dove to try to head the ball out, but completely missed it. And so San Jose had a breakaway.
Phil Jones.
Oh, it's bad. It was bad. But he's having one of these
what are those from?
He's having one of these brain farts every game that I'm noticing.
That's not good.
And I'm like, dude, come on, can't have that.
Yeah,
can't
have that.
I still have tempered expectations on the back line. I'm still waiting until Giancarlo is back and until they get a steady run of games, because they all need to learn each other. They need to learn, and it keeps rotating. Now we have Romney playing at left back. Polenta had been playing at left back when we needed one, and now we're playing Romney at left back instead of keeping Polenta in the middle. Steady run of games, especially for Polenta, who's new to the league and new to the country, and Giancarlo, he's gonna have a new defensive partner. We're still clearly trying to figure out the left back. Defensively, I'm as bad as this game was, I'm still willing to give some time. If these guys are playing 4 or 5 games in a row and we're still seeing shit like this, that's when we really need to start ringing alarm bells.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that you had Leggett who got hurt, which originally Adam Serrano posted that it was a right thigh injury, but it turns out that it's something to do with his pelvis. So I think he broke his dick, guys.
Not here. Not like this.
No. Megan Riza, she tweeted out that that has something with his. They just said pelvis. So don't know how long he's going to be out for. But she also tweeted out that Rolf got injured with Venezuela again.
Times.
It's the fun episode.
So yeah, I know it's going to be all a beat. Rolf injured again with Venezuela. Was not in practice, or he was training, but then went off, and then was going to come back. And then Chris Pontius, who wasn't even on the 18 on Saturday, she tweeted out that he's out for 3 weeks with a hamstring injury. So yet another depth player that is going to be out with injury. Yeah. A wide player. Yeah, exactly.
He also hasn't been playing, so has he been injured?
He played the week before.
Oh, did he play last week?
He played against Cincinnati. But he wasn't on the...
That's right. Yeah, that's right. He played against... Yeah.
But we weren't even... That's why, when he was not even on the 18 on Saturday, we're like, well, something obviously had happened. But obviously,
Yeah.
Galaxy Land, they don't like to tweet out things about players.
North Korea, baby.
Hey, Galaxy North Korea.
Baby.
Just for everyone, just for your personal records, if you've been keeping track and following along. According to Transfer Market, this is Sebastian Leget's 4th major injury since he joined us in the 2016-2017 campaign, missing a total. Want to guess how many days he's missed due to being injured from
games
now
or days?
Days between now and the 2016-2017 season. Ooh. That was his big major injury.
Is this like a Price is Right, where first person to not go over?
Closest without going over.
Yeah.
How many days he's missed?
How many days?
I'm going to go 200.
How many?
200.
200?
Sounds like a lot, but...
I'm going to say he's missed 375.
375.
Ooh,
Benjamin.
A whole year?
I'm going to go... Yeah, I think he's missed over a year. I'll go flat year, 365.
Andrew, congratulations, sir.
Boom.
343 days.
But Ben was closer, dude.
Yeah, but without going over.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Price and Right rules, bro.
This is America.
I thought it was whoever got closest.
Nah, it's closest without going over. 343 days since the 2016-2017
I was
season.
All far away, too.
Totally. Do you want to guess games? How many games?
He's had to have missed...
Well, yeah, if you do that like a whole year, so
36.
36?
More.
Oof.
45.
Oh, that means he's been missing time in like July and August a lot when there's like a bunch of games. Well, no, June and July when there's a bunch of games at once. So Oof. More than 40?
Mm-hmm. No, more than 36, but 42.
42? Oh,
Missed 42 games over 343 days out.
Yeah.
The largest stretch being 280 days in the 16-17 season. He missed 34 straight games. This guy makes $252,000. He made $252,000 last year. He makes $312 plus this year. That's where it gets hard.
Yeah.
And that's where you know, I hate agreeing with I hate agreeing with the people who make the decisions here. But that's where you have to start looking and going, have you now priced yourself out of being available here?
Yeah.
Because given your injury record and you're getting raises, the play on the field hasn't been stellar. And really the thing with Leggett is like he's a national teamer. So you keep him on, you have a shot on getting him the national team, a little extra press, a little, you know.
Here's the problem. He keeps getting injured before he goes and plays for the national team.
$312 is a lot of money, and it's if we want to play you in the same spot we play Corona, or we want to play who we already have, or we want to play you in the same spot that we have Pavone, or other Portuguese players we might be getting linked to.
We'll talk about that later.
But if we're going to play you in these places where we already play people who are doing at least a comparable job to you, you can't make $312 and get injured all the time.
Yeah.
If Kitchen keeps playing like this under GBS, there is no reason at all to keep Sebastian Leggett.
Yeah, and I had Leggett having a big year and taking that
next
Kitchen
step.
money. Yeah.
There's something going on, man. Like it's
just
the Becky G curse. It's the Becky
curse.
G
It's a
curse.
curse.
Where's Madam Serrano, by the way?
Yeah, I know he's not on the chat, dude. What's
Oh,
going?
man.
That's why it's a little dead tonight. Rodriguez is
A
like
little more lively. Yeah.
driving him away with his sad news. Real quick, let's talk about Zlatan real quick. Is something's going on with Zlatan? Is it mental? Is it physical? Real quick, Tucker.
Quick, mixture of both. Physical. He's 37. I think he feels it more during games. He works smarter, not harder, and that's very clear. He runs smarter, not harder. He runs when he has to and doesn't when he doesn't have to. He still got 5 shots off and 4 in a box in a game. That's not lazy, like by any stretch of the imagination. He doesn't perform the way you want, certainly, and I'm clearly not his biggest fan in the world, but
out of those 5 shots, maybe 1 was dangerous.
I think 3 were on target.
I know, but like one where he was like outside the box and like tried to chip it over the goalie.
Yeah.
That was like the one time I think, that
he
was
had a
the
low
one.
shot in the first half too. That maybe he could have done a little bit better, but it forced a save. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's more mental than it is physical. Personally, I just think he's not in the right. He's not used to losing this much, and he thought maybe this year is changing, and they lose, and
which is weird because we're in second. And
yeah, but we're still
one of 2 10-win teams.
We're within 2 weeks where we lost 4-0 to Portland and 3-0 to San Jose, and I think he's just not used to that. That's not something that he is accustomed to.
I think we're like 4 wins away from tying like 2014 or something for wins in the season.
So it's. I do think that's a big part of it. I think he's not accustomed to losing. I read something today. I don't remember who wrote it or where I saw it, so fucking bear with me. But I read something today where it said there is no the concept of the playoffs still don't really make sense to him. It doesn't matter that we finish second. Finishing second in the West is meaningless because for him, you're looking for basically there is an added significance to the supporter shield. For him, you're shooting for first place. How far are we off first place? Well, you're 6 games off. Okay, well the person in first place lost. Here's your chance to gain 3 points. And then you fucking you slip all over the field and you fuck up left, right, and center. Like those things take their toll on him because he is expecting to win all the time.
That seems to happen when LFC they slip up a little bit and then we're like, all right, cool, we got a chance. Then we just shit the bed.
This was a big game where we needed to win and kind of bridge that gap. Now they have a game in hand on us, so they have an opportunity to stretch it a little bit further.
And then Seattle just creeping up on us and they're only 2 points behind us. So
yeah, and they're playing well.
And they have a game in hand as well.
A lot of people making a lot of moves, man. If we keep
Houston's
slipping up,
good. The West is deep this year.
Yeah.
Houston actually has been slipping off for the last couple of weeks. Actually,
but they're still a good team. At least from where they played from the beginning of the season, they're still a good team. I think they're like everyone is going through those
ebbs and flows.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's again
it's
points to the GBS question: is he being outcoached? We're still second in the West. We're still second in the West in a rebuilding season. Like he's put some performances.
That's what's been like made this season probably one of the most frustrating in a while, is because it's just you can see that this team could do something, but it's every other
falling apart.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so inconsistent.
I love that the inconsistency is now calling into question GBS's coaching from Boca. There's people who are like, he wasn't a good coach at Boca either.
These people swear like they've been following.
Copa Libertadores final.
Exactly.
He won the league like twice.
Well, I remember,
But they swear like they've been following his career.
Yeah.
Atlanta was going to get GBS originally. That was the original rumor, and everyone was like, "Oh, what a great fucking managerial."
Oh my God, Atlanta's going to be hit out of the park again.
You know what Atlanta wasn't going to be saddled with? Over $2 million in salary cap. That's for the most part wasted, and $4 million if you want to, or I guess it would be like 2.5. If you
I still don't know how they were able to get Hinman.
They have for Atlanta.
Yeah.
Emerson Hyman, because they have a lot of allocation.
Hyman is it Hyman?
Yeah. Shellis Hyman's boy is Emerson. Played at Rangers. They're very good.
Yeah, I don't know how they were able to afford that with their squad as currently constructed, but
maybe it's a loan. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, moving on to Big Tony's email. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Big Tony, our personal friend, our contributor to the show.
Happy belated
birthday.
Big man.
Big happy birthday to Big Tony. The Smurfs at Stanford Stadium, shit. So the G's lost 3-0, and no one predicted it. Chris and Ben both expected a 2-1 win, while Ed thought it would be a 2-2 draw. So no change in the standings. Crystal leads with 12 points. Ben second at 11, and Ed last with 8. Based on the last 2 games, for the tiebreakers, Ben picks first. Oh, he's actually doing tiebreakers now? All right, cool. Ben picks first, Chris second, and I am last. Listener predictions. Did I say no one? Well, that's not entirely true. Danny A. and Nicholas W. both picked up a point, as they were only 2 out of 27 participants who knew the G's were going to let the traveling fans down.
Treason.
Neither got the score correct, so only 1 point each. However, that's not enough for Danny to move up into a tie for second place with Luis L., both with 13 points. Ethan B. still leads with 14 and 3, now sit in third place at 12. Nicholas moved up to a tie with 11 Nicholas moved up into a tie with 11 others in 6th place. Full standings are available at www.riotsquadcast.com, where you can also do your predictions every week. You guys literally have until an hour before the game to do your predictions. Big Tony
Doesn't seem fair.
I know. 2 other things. Tony
you guys are
mentions,
being graded on a curve, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
2 other things. Recently, there seems to be a problem with Google Forms recording all the predictions. This week, 2 listeners' predictions did not get fully recorded. Luckily, one made his prediction early in the week, and I was able to get him to re-answer his prediction. However, another listener, Jamie Shashay?
Shazay.
No, it's S-H.
Jamie Shazay is JC Shazay's sister.
S-H-A-S-H-A-Y. Shashay? Wasn't as lucky. Google not only recorded the time Jamie entered the prediction and who was going to score for the G's, along with the name and email. No game winner or scoreline. I do my best to try and catch these and email the predictor, but it doesn't always happen. So please make sure all the fields are filled out before you send it. If it only partially records it, I'll try to email you before the game.
Hey, Tony, I predicted a 3-0 loss. You want to record that for me?
It must have been Google, right?
Yeah, it was a Google thing.
The second thing, he's going to chastise you guys real quick. Only 27 participants. Really? We've had over 50 listeners play in a normal week, and now we get 2 weeks in a row where we have less than 30. Please don't give up. Ethan hasn't won yet. A few accurate predictions, and you could be up with the leaders. Let's get the predictions in, people. Keep forgetting. Follow at BigTony_42 on Twitter to get reminders.
That's me. That's me right there. Yeah. I haven't done it in like 3 weeks.
And dude, our boy Gilbert is sitting on 9 points.
Really?
And he hasn't played the last 2 games.
Who's leading? How much is the leading?
14.
Wow, that's such a Gilbert thing too.
He's on 9 points, and he could have at least caught up a little bit. But anyways,
next time,
RiotSquadcast.com.
Here we go.
Do your
Gilbert.
predictions every week. It's
14 points.
It's up there every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So go do it. And it takes you 5 seconds, and you could win, nice beer prize from our man Big Tony. So go do it.
Beer or alcohol?
I said booze.
So originally it was beer. Ed changed it to booze.
I said booze, which technically alcohol is booze.
And then he said it's going to be expensive booze.
Shouldn't Tony?
He did
Tony
choose,
okay.
but he is also because Big Tony's a good man. He went along with Ed's error.
Suggestion.
Is beer not booze?
I don't count it as booze. Is it booze? Ben?
I don't know. It depends on the
You're
context.
You're my resident.
As the resident alcoholic,
There you
beer
go.
is not booze.
Yeah, I think it depends on the context.
You're just the quitter. These guys are.
If I say, "Oh, I'm boozing," that could be me just drinking beer.
Yeah, I don't.
But if I say booze, I mean like alcohol.
I can
mean,
see
like
where you're
My bad.
confused. 'cause
Hard
it's
A.
S&P were the Long Beach Boozers, but it was always beer. So I could see the confusion. But yeah, I think it's accepted. Just a little separate.
Hey,
A
I,
little
just,
different.
I think it's a fallacy from your youth, Ed, that you just think beer is booze. So no.
Oh, my youth.
Remember when Sid Patel asked us if we were drinking Hard A? You guys drinking Hard A tonight?
That sounds so like
Yeah.
sexual.
Yeah. Everything out of
Oh yeah, absolutely. Shout out Sid Patel. I miss
Sid
you.
the
Oh, I
Squid.
miss that guy. Miss a guy. All right, moving on. Let's talk our sponsor for this week, Away Days. Tucker, you're wearing your lovely Olympique Leon
Leon. I am.
that you've gotten from Away Days.
All I wear is away days now at this point.
Literally, every time I see a picture of him
Yeah.
posted,
Yeah.
it's all he is Away Days
Yeah.
shirts.
And that Leon strip too is very
It's
regular
sick.
rotation.
Oh yeah, almost definitely. This
But
one and the
I-
Benfica at this point. It's
I,
just-
that Benfica one though, I'm super jealous of that one because
Choice.
it's nice.
it's nice. It's very.
It
nice.
is very nice.
Yeah, I've got a Benfica. I've got Leon, Olympiacos. What is it? South Shield? No, Gateshead.
Oh yeah, you got that Gateshead jersey
Got
from
that
the guy.
Gateshead, and I feel like I have another one, and I'm forgetting. Oh, I have the Middlesbrough, the first one I got. Fucking boatload.
And Olympiacos.
I got the Olympiacos away. I had a bunch of away days. They're a great gift. If there's this is one aspect we don't really talk about. If there's a soccer fan in your life and you're like, hey, I know he likes soccer, but I'm not quite sure which team he likes, do the $25 mystery pack. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. Worst comes to, he gets a new team to support because more than likely, whoever you're talking about is some like douchebag Manchester United fan, and you know what? You don't want to buy them a Man United jersey anyway.
That's right.
You don't want to buy them an Arsenal jersey.
$160
You want
for
to
a brand
fucking
new
throw
Man
your
United
money,
jersey.
yeah, on some shit. And you know what? Look, it's just going to be Phil Jones. It's just going to be Chris Smalling.
And here's
it's
the
going to
thing.
be some useless motherfucker.
Because not only does Away Days have like the smaller team jerseys, they do have your 2018, 2019, bigger teams. If you want to go that way too,
Your Newcastle
and that's only $35. Wow, $35 for a mystery kit for the 2018, 2000. Oh, I'm sorry,
40.
that's the kids mystery kit.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's 40.
$40.
40 for the big teams, but save yourself the $15 and get because there's some nicer jerseys.
Or here's what you do. Get yourself 2 of those $25 packs. You're going to spend $40 anyway.
That's right.
Slide another 10 spot in there.
Yep.
Slide another 10
You get
spot
2
in there.
jerseys.
Get yourself 2. It's nothing. You're doing well.
Hey,
It's Trump's
Tuck,
economy. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
you know what though, Tuck?
Yes, sir.
They could even get some money off that.
You got save some shekels. Who doesn't like saving money?
I mean, I love saving money.
I love saving money
Andrew.
I love saving money.
all day.
So if you wanted to go to awaydaysfootball.com,
I
Ben-
produce the show. I just throw away money.
Yeah.
exactly. But you can go to awaydaysfootball.com, go there, go to their shop. They have a 2018-2019 mystery kit. They have the Women's World Cup mystery kit.
I wish they did men's cuts for those.
Their regular mystery kit, which is the $25 one, which is your best option to go with. They also have a 3-pack if you want to do like a 3-month subscription for a mystery kit.
Every month, roughly the same day, it'll just show
They
up
have
the
a
drive.
mystery pack, which is a jersey, jacket, scarf mystery pack. Dude, I mean, they have
Whatever
kids.
you could be looking into.
They have mystery kits for the kids. They also have their American
Yeah, they're
soccer.
growing the
collection.
American soccer collection.
They have Greenville Triumph. They have the Providence City. They have Charlotte Independence. They also have some Bundesliga teams now they're doing.
Oh shit!
They're doing FC Cologne, FC Kaiserslautern. They also have
Kaiserslautern. I
Kaiserslautern.
love saying that team's name.
They also have hoodies. They have beanies. They have hats. They have stickers. But you guys can get 15% off your entire order by using the promo code Squadcast.
You got there.
There you go. And then you can also follow them on Twitter and Instagram. Twitter, it's Away Days Football, FUTBOL. And then on Instagram, it is just Away Days.
And definitely, you want to follow on Twitter. He does ticket giveaways.
Yep.
Yeah.
He does free. He does a random giveaway for USL level tickets. So if you're interested in going to Galaxy 2 game, or if you listen to us from a different city and you're interested in going to the USL team there, like he'll contact their
Yeah,
ticket
he'll get the
office.
tickets from there.
Get in touch. So yeah, definitely a great
He does
follow.
mystery kits that are damaged sometimes.
Oh, yeah, he does
$15.
sales. Yeah.
$15. He does random sales. Definitely worth a follow.
Definitely.
You can tag my brother in everything that they post.
Yeah.
Even
Matt,
though I'm
hey,
pretty
Matt.
sure he's got notifications on.
Oh yeah.
He's in the chat right now. Let's just remind him. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
just
man.
remind him. Hey, you can get another mystery kit,
It's
Matthew.
time.
I think
She's
he's gotten all the mystery kits. There's
All the different
All
levels.
there's no mystery left. There's no mystery.
Martin's
left.
like, dude, I'm out.
Matt's
Like,
all
I
Matt's
can't
all the
do it
mystery.
anymore,
What do you
dude.
want?
I can't do it anymore. All right. Moving on, we have a call from our boy, my man, Dan from Toronto.
What happened to Guangguan?
Boys,
I know.
just calling.
Hold on, pause real quick.
Dan in Toronto. Sorry.
I still want to give a
He
quick
deserves
shout
his
out to Dan from Toronto, who hooked it up with the Disney reservations for the Star Wars land.
Ah, that's nice.
I just want to give him a quick shout out again because that was fucking dope.
I heard a rundown of how that place works, and apparently it's pretty fucked up. Like they build it high up enough so you can't, like you don't see Disney. Like,
you're in a whole nother
You
world.
can't see from my understanding, you can't see the castle. It's just like a Star Wars version. But the way they build it, and it's like a way and kind of you don't see any of the Disney shit. So you're in it, and you're just like in Star Wars.
Well, the only part of Disneyland you can see are like the mountains, like Splash Mountain, like Matterhorn. But they blend into the scenery because everything is like rocks.
I don't want to be looking at the Millennium Falcon and see a motherfucking Goofy. All right.
No, I would lose my mind.
You could have blue milk there, dude.
That's gross. Like
That's the least attractive thing.
It was actually it was not bad.
Not want to
it was
go.
good.
Yeah.
I actually liked it.
What does it taste like?
It's like coconut milk and like stuff.
Blue Jays. I hear in the Florida one, they're the hotel. Shut up, Ben. In the Florida one in the hotel, they're gonna make it so I guess they're still working on it. But when you walk in, they're gonna give you like robes, like not like Jedi robes.
Oh, that's
and
a
shit,
bad
but
idea.
Imperial Guard.
No, like
Because that's gonna get a lot of jizz in those
but
things.
like you would have to fuck in it. But like Tatooine, like the clothes that they were wearing in Tatooine, they give you shit like that, or like indoor, those kind. And so when you're in the complex, everyone will exist.
I want a
looking like
slave
Star
outfit.
Wars
I want a slave outfit.
George, there you go.
George,
there you go, George.
George.
Just don't make me Jabba, please.
Now, well, and there you go. So you're all
No,
good.
you have to be Jabba, and I got to be
gotta
the.
be
Salacious Crumb.
Salacious
Yes,
Crumb,
there you
yeah.
go.
Salacious Crumb is his name. Yeah.
And then Ben some random who gives a shit.
I'm not emotionally in a place to be drawn like Jabba the Hutt. Like
He could be Bib Fortuna.
he
about
should
you-
be Bib Fortuna.
How about you just be C-3PO and I'll be R2-D2?
Why can't I want to be fucking Lando Calrissian in the like bounty hunter mask.
But you're not cool enough. All right, Ben.
You could Chewie.
Dan from Toronto, you can play that.
Hey, draw that fat fuck as Jabba the Hutt.
Don't talk about
I'll be
it like
Chewie.
that. That's not
Boy.
cool.
Oh, grrr.
Just calling to wish. It's Dan in Toronto. Sorry. Just calling to wish the weirdest Canadian a happy Canada Day. The only man to ever be offended by the lack of Canadian representation in this small world.
He's gonna go right over his phone call.
Happy Canada Day, Ben. It's weird, but it's fine. I just wanted to drop a quick note about this last time ego shit. It's starting to get really obvious after the game against San
You're gonna have to play his phone call
Dude,
again.
yeah, I can't hear his call.
about how he has more trophies in
There
the
you go.
league, something like that. I'm starting to wonder, with Robbie Keane as a Tottenham supporter, they used to call him the Irish pointing spaniel, right? Because he'd get really angry that a ball didn't come to him, he didn't get the service he wanted, he'd point at the ground really angrily. But they get on with it, and no one's ever questioned his work rate. Maybe they did. I didn't watch any of the games he played in India. But probably not.
Forget about that.
With Zlatan, it's sort of like the Ashley Cole comment. He clearly still has it to play, but he's like a keeper that his ego and his thought process matters so much before the game as to whether or not he's going to show up or give a fuck, that the physical side almost doesn't matter. And I kind of wonder if we're getting towards the year too late. We're going to start bringing through all of these young kids into the squad, and the goal is to grow from within. And we have a bunch of young players that seem to be doing great and seem to be the future of the club. So, what's the equation? When do you make the decision that he's too much work for the team? I'm not going to say you ever turn down a guy of his caliber, his talent, but it has to be a thought, right? And this kind of a problem for GPS, who's a guy who clearly has a scheme and has a certain amount of control, to have a player like this in the locker room, and I don't know if it undermines him or not, but it's worth thinking about, right? Anyways, boys, have a good one. Beat Toronto.
That's a boot.
I love you, Dan, and
Thank you for
I'll
calling,
let
sir.
you get away with this one with the not being a minute long call.
No, but again,
But it was a good call.
Again, if you're gonna go over a minute,
I hope
packed with content.
I hope the country of Canada copyright strikes this. Just so Ben could be screwed over by his country one more time.
I was trying to listen to the version. Did you have the new one where
Just like the women did.
it's all
the men
our
did?
command or something like that? Because they got rid of the all our sons command to include
Yeah.
everybody. Was this the new version or the old version? You don't know.
I don't know. It was just the first version I found. So probably the old version.
Typical fucking lazy Canadians, as they say.
But friendly.
Build that wall in the north is what I say.
Keep the cold out.
There you go. Boom.
Apparently they can't
Humanitarian
they can't
crisis.
defend a 2-0 lead either.
Ooh, shade.
Dose. What do you think to his point?
We all know that Zlatan's an arrogant prick.
Sure.
To point out that you have more trophies than all of MLS is just too much for me.
That's
Which
too
is-
much for you?
That's too much.
Which is
That wasn't that crazy.
But it's
when he
also-
said he was bigger than the league, it's MLZ now. That was a bit much.
I felt like
And it's not even too much. It's just a bit much.
that was more of like it's Zlatan, it's tongue-in-cheek MLZ, but now it's like, dude, it's just compiling and just compiling. I'm like, I'm just over it.
See,
Yeah, I'm with you
I
on that.
filled that bar like maybe a month and a half ago.
It's like the same running joke, like you've been told over and over again. Like, okay, it was funny like the first time, maybe the second time.
And even then you were like, well, he filled out the. I'll be honest, and I get that people loved it, and I get the press and all that stuff, and I might just be a stickler. I get that. At the newspaper, I was like, that's gonna be a problem. Like when you
See, that was
takes out
cute.
the-
That was
it's
like
cute.
that was like, oh, that's cute.
But you get like one more of those, and
Yeah.
then you have to get to work, and then you need to break all the records because he's. You know what he also said when he signed? I'm gonna win all the trophies, and you're still sitting at a gigantic fucking zero. So I don't know if MLS has more trophies. I know you have 33. I don't know if MLS has more than that, which obviously
We're gonna
it does.
re-enter the U.S. Open Cup.
Oh,
We're getting back in it.
We're not going to.
Everyone just puts
Yeah.
on mustaches.
Yeah.
Perry Kitchen.
He has a mustache over his beard.
He shaves. But Zlatan has 0, and his team has been thrashed by San Jose. His team has been thrashed by Seattle. They've been thrashed by Portland. Like, you're so much bigger than the league, but the league keeps. San Jose's defenders just figured out how to stop you. Tommy Thompson just got a clean sheet against you. So I don't know if you're bigger than the league. You know, you're not bigger than scorelines, and you're not bigger than results, and you're not bigger than fixture lists. That much I figured out. You're not even bigger than being 37 years old.
Can you imagine? Zlatan leaves the league, and he has less titles than Leonardo does.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he has less than Wondolowski has. Like, he has less than Brian James.
Let's go with
He
another.
has less than Brian Jordan.
Let's go with another Swedish player, Stefan Ishizaki.
He got less than Stefan
He's got less
Ishizaki.
than Stefan Ishizaki.
Aren't they friends?
Jack McBean has 3 more MLS Cups than Zlatan. Like, of the trophies I actually care about, because I'm sure you played on middle table teams in all the leagues you were
Jack
at.
McBean is the greatest white kid to come out of Newport Beach since ever.
That might be true.
So
But you are, he didn't sign for these middle of the road teams and then drag them to greatness. He signed for AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus, Barcelona. Like, he's played for gigantic, massive teams. Correct. Their league titles don't fucking do anything for me. It's the same thing as with Beckham. Did Beckham win La Liga? Sure, good for him. He won the Premier League? Sure, good for him. That doesn't fucking do anything.
Your Champions
for me.
League title doesn't mean
It
shit
doesn't
to me.
translate shit to me.
It don't mean
man.
nothing to me.
Like,
You know who's got more trophies than he does in MLS? Freddie Ljungberg.
he's got an Open Cup. You're right.
Yep.
Wow.
It's got to hurt. That one's got to hurt.
Probably. I mean, once you're behind,
once you're behind Freddie Ljungberg.
with all due respect, once you're behind like Bradford Jameson, like you should probably control yourself.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's it's the marketing. It's the post MLS career. It's the post soccer career.
Yeah.
He came here to get American recognition and notoriety, and that is what he accomplishes. As I said earlier, I don't understand the Galaxy supporting those things. I don't understand MLS supporting those things.
So moving on to a proper national holiday, July 4th.
A real Independence Day.
Your mic's off.
A real Independence Day.
July 4th, our nation's birthday.
Two take Johnny right here.
I hope you got her something good on her 243rd birthday.
Got her freedom.
The G's plan to get her a win. Unfortunately, Ben's favorite team, Toronto, might have something to say about that.
And fuck Tucker's friend.
It's 3.
Damn Canadians.
That's a delete
Shouldn't he
after that.
apologize for something? Yes. For being Ben.
Being Canadian.
Historically, the G's have been pretty good on the 4th, compiling an 11-6-6 record, hosting the game every year across 23 games. The G's have scored 36 and allowed 37 in.
This is the first time I saw the Galaxy post as like the 4th of July tradition. It made it sound like going forward we're always going to have 4th of July home games. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it was always not like
It was assumed.
Yeah, we always just
We haven't
assumed.
gone a year without
This is the first time I've ever seen that, and maybe they're officially acknowledging it, and that's just like the Lakers playing at home
when
on
they
Christmas.
first released the schedule. It wasn't on there.
It wasn't on at
Yeah.
all.
Remember that? And I fucking flipped
Toronto
out.
posted.
I got really mad.
Toronto posted that they were playing, and someone went through all the schedules because
Like,
it
it
has to
doesn't
be
make
someone.
sense. Yeah, exactly.
Back to the email. This is heavily skewed by the 6-2 thumping we took in 2017 at the hands of RSL. Hopefully, it will continue to deliver offensive excitement as the G's have averaged 14.4 shots on goal per game on the fourth, with 5.9 of those on net. Coming to Thursday's game, TFC is in 7th place in the East, sitting on 23 points from 18 games. They've compiled a 6-7-5 record, and in their last 5 games, they've only lost once, and that was against Dallas. There's only 1 win, 1 loss, and 3 draws there, so it's not like they've been tearing it up. The G's are still second in the West with 31 points from 18 games. The G's will continue to miss both our Mexican internationals, Antuna and Dos Santos, who actually just beat Haiti tonight. And both those guys apparently took lumps, so hopefully they are okay.
Yeah, I heard Antuna got kicked twice,
Yeah.
2 different times, like right next to one, right after.
And
the
then
other.
apparently Jonathan was limping out of that game, so that
that's
is
not
not
good.
good.
Always good. Always fun.
But Costa Rican international Giancarlo Gonzalez returns to help bolster the back line. TFC will still be without Michael Bradley and Josie Altidore. What are you playing?
Turn it up. You gotta turn it
What are
up.
you playing?
Is it Lee Greenwald? Or Lee, what's his name? Lee Greenwald? Greenfield?
What is
Keep
this?
going. Oh, bro, don't worry.
I've never heard
yes,
this.
yes, you
How do you
100%.
not
If
know
you
what this
haven't, you
is?
got to get out of the country.
Yeah,
This might be the
seriously.
fuck the
you are on-
citizenship question on the.
Oh, wait,
Simpsons.
no, I hear it now.
This is it.
I hear
Turn
it
it
now.
up, Benny.
Yeah.
We gotta make it count. Can we harmonize, gentlemen? And I'm
Proud
to be an American.
Where at least I know I'm free. And I don't forget the man who died.
You saved that life for me,
Wow,
and I
yeah.
gladly stand
Up next to you.
You know,
and
you want to know the first time
defend
I ever heard this song?
today.
American Idol.
Wow, you might actually have to leave the country then.
Yeah.
the USA.
I'm fairly certain I heard this song in the womb.
Wow. Maybe you grew up around this.
Yeah, no, see, I didn't. I think the first time I ever heard the song was on American Idol.
I heard Luther Vandross in the womb.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
That's how I got there.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
All right, going back to the email. Where did I leave? Oh, yeah. Giancarlo Gonzalez returns to bolster the back line. TFC will still be without Michael Bradley and Josie Altidore, both who are still on duty with the U.S. national team. On paper, the G's are a better team, but that doesn't seem to matter much. What will happen Thursday? Gentlemen, we're losing this game, aren't we?
Nah, I don't think so. I think our losses are not, which is a lot, are not as big as them losing Michael Bradley and Josie Altidore. But
Really?
it's yeah, I know.
They
that
still
sounds-
have very,
that sounds like
very dangerous attackers.
incorrect information. It does. Just saying those words, Josie Altidore, big loss. It sounds wrong in my head, but I think
You feel it.
yeah, I feel it. I don't think necessarily we're gonna win and we're gonna
Dude,
know,
Pasuelo is
bang on
gonna
them,
just tear us a new asshole.
well, maybe not with Pipo back,
Nah, defense plays relatively well at home. Should be okay.
You know we've lost like the last 3 home games.
But the defense plays relatively well. If everyone else is laying a goose egg, it's the same thing we were talking about earlier with Zlatan. If the defense has a stinker and no one else is capable of scoring, you're going to lose. It's certainly a game we need to score first and kind of maintain a lead. TFC does very well at coming back from losses, and they hold leads very well. But it would be a perfect game for someone like, let's say, Fabio. Let's say Zlatan. He likes showing up on the big occasions and being on ESPN and all that shit. Let's say there's
Does he know it's a big occasion though?
Yeah, I don't know.
everyone in the world,
That's goddamn right.
everyone in the world, Andrew, recognizes America's birthday as the single greatest day in the history of the universe. The day
That
man,
history started.
Yes, the day man sprung from the middle of America and manifest destiny in both directions, and north and south, just covering all the bases, taking it all. No, I mean he's going to know he's on ESPN. He's going to know it's a big day. It's supposed to be a big day. But it would be a great game rather for him to get a nice standout goal and us hopefully bunker down and kind of control shit. I trust this is going to be the strangest thing I've said. I trust Perry Kitchen. I trust Perry Kitchen.
I still don't yet.
But I trust
You
Perry
feel that?
Kitchen.
The feet feeling really cold right now.
Yeah.
But I trust.
a
I don't
random
understand
drop. I
that
don't
one
get that
at
at all.
all.
What are you doing?
I trust Swing and a Miss. I trust.
Little Smokey's house.
Why
Still-
double down?
still
Why double
wrong.
down on being wrong? That's the part I don't understand. Like if you know, so if you're in a math class and your teacher's like, "What's 2 + 3?" and you're like
17.
9, and the teacher goes, "Well, that's incorrect." You don't go 18. Like you don't just keep doubling it until you figure it out.
You know, fuck Tucker is coming, right?
Oh, he's got 3 of those. Yeah. Oh, yeah. At
Yeah,
some
it's
point,
coming.
at least one. And right
I'm
now-
your husband now.
Oh, surprise!
Oh.
All right, curveball.
He's saving it.
Yeah, he's saving it for the end of the show.
Tucker sucks.
There we go.
But it could be a game where we get a nice one. I'll take like me personally, my prediction. I'll give it to you now. It's gonna be 1-0. I will take a nice 1-0. Shut the shop down. Get a win to kind of remove the rot from last week. I think getting knocked out of the Open Cup, only beating Cincinnati, who got fucking destroyed by Minnesota a week later, and then going away to San Jose, where you bring, if I'm wrong, the largest contingent of away fans you've brought to a game since the last time we went to San Jose with crazy numbers, and then put up an absolute fucking stinker, get your 1-0, remove all the shit from the last 2 weeks, cleanse it all
It
off.
wouldn't, but
It wouldn't, but it's gonna go
it'd
in that
help.
direction.
It'd help.
Well, and this will also be at least the last game where the second to last game we're without everybody until we start getting people back, and they're going to need some time to rest up and heal up. But we're getting closer to getting full again. Get a win here, easy, not necessarily easy goal, but well earned goal. Shut shop down, 1-0, get out. Anything better than that's icing on the cake.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'd be very much down with a sneak out a 1-0 win, get a weird goal or even a fluky goal, or you said Zlatan comes through in the big games.
Yeah,
Get a wonder goal. Maybe see a bicycle kick or something crazy. But I'm not super confident in this game. I just don't think we're gonna lose. So if I had to make a prediction, I'd say 1-1.
Yeah.
I'd go 1-1. I think
But you're
I
not
don't
putting
think.
in your prediction until an hour before the game.
Nah, I'll probably forget. Maybe I'll do it now and just get it over with.
TFC's given up 31 goals this season. We're only at 22 for comparison.
All right.
So
How
it's
many
like
goals have they scored?
But we also don't score goals.
30. Well, that's the thing. That's where we're going to need.
So we're
That's where we're going to need to grab that early goal and shut the shop down, because they're very similar to us. They're at a -1 goal differential. We're at a +2, so we're all right in the same arena. Even though we've got 4 more wins than they do in the season. Like we're scoring in bunches, and they're spreading out this little one here, one there. It's there. It's very much a there to be won. They're 15th overall. We're 3rd overall in the league. Logic should tell you we should be fine, but that 3rd overall is still kind of built on the work of
Built on
Jonathan,
lies.
the work of Uriel, the work
Yeah,
of
these-
Giancarlo.
Yeah, this season
some
hasn't really
lies.
been logical or. I guess I'm supposed to go first, right? Because of Big Tony's email.
Oh no, weren't you supposed to go to last?
Yeah, I think you were going last.
Am I going
You
last?
got points because
Oh yeah. No one got points, but
you got
you
were the
you guys
closest.
You were
predicted
the
wins.
closest because you got a tie.
So Ben, you go first then.
I'm
What'd
gonna
you-
say we lose this game. I'm gonna say we lose it.
Fuck.
fucking
no.
Canadian
Oh no.
I like
foreigner.
I like Tucker's score 1-0. I don't believe in
Wall.
this team right now.
Build it.
Wall.
Yeah, wall of ice. Game of Thrones wall.
1-0, no goal scores.
Tucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my 1-0 Galaxy Zlatan. I'd like to see a wonder goal, but I just want to see a goal from him that makes him look happy. And it seems like
No,
a
it's
strangely
not. That's not
weird
coming.
emotion. I know it seems like a strangely weird emotional pick, but I want to see a goal that makes him in some way look like he's not absolutely miserable to be here.
I
Because
think if he scored 6 goals, he would still not be smiling.
I'm inching towards I'm already finished with this project.
Yeah.
And I don't care that he's leading goal scorer. I don't care that there's anyone else. I didn't think we were winning MLS Cup this year anyway. It's a rebuilding campaign. I want to see something from him that makes him look like he's happy to be here. And I'm hoping a goal on 4th of July is going to do that.
I hesitate to say my prediction because I think agreeing with Ben is always like
It feels icky.
it feels bad.
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
I've told Tucker this before, that when you and Ben agree on something and he's on the opposite opinion, Tucker's 100% right every time. So you should just know when that happens and you hear Ben say something, you're like, oh, that sounds right. And then Tucker says the opposite. You should just change your opinion.
So then I
immediately.
should agree with Ben then. That way the Galaxy do
The
win.
Galaxy will win.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 3-1 loss.
Wow.
I think we're still in a bad place. We've been very bad at home. We've lost the last 3 home games. Pozuelo is really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Their last win was Pozuelo doubled against Atlanta. Granted, Atlanta's not what they used to be, but
they've been a lot better.
They've been drastically better.
They've been a lot better. I think Pozuelo puts on a show against us. Him and is it De Leon? Who's their
De Leon?
I think they tear it up against us.
So who's our goal scorer?
I mean Zlatan's due for one. He hasn't scored in a bit, so I'll go with Zlatan. But yeah, 3-1 loss.
You want to hear the odds real quick?
Yep.
So now that we all
should
picked,
do that before.
Yeah,
we say every week.
the Galaxy are huge favorites.
Gigantic.
Oh, so then they're definitely gonna lose.
Yeah, the predicted score has the Galaxy at 2.6 and Toronto at 0.6. The Galaxy are a negative 116. This is the first time the Galaxy have been a negative number in probably 2 months, maybe more. The biggest money line you'll get
I'm never gonna understand any of this.
is the draw at plus 300.
But there are people who get it. Like,
Yeah.
I explain it to you every time I'm here, though.
That doesn't mean it makes sense.
Let me give you the 538. All right, 538 has the Galaxy at a 52% chance to win, Toronto at a 26% chance to win, and the draw at a 22% chance.
Speaking of chances, if you guys want to win some prizes, some good beer from Big Tony or whatever he wants to give you guys,
Get your predictions.
go get the predictions in. And if you guys are a subscriber of our Patreon, we do a monthly away days giveaway on the predictions. Go sign up for that. Cheapest you can get is $5, and you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And we get you guys get a sticker. You guys get extra content. But go Riot Squadcast or Patreon.com/Riot Squadcast.
Have you checked TFC's away form?
They haven't won in like 9 games.
2-2-4. Their last win was 2-0 against Orlando. They've lost 3 of their last 6 away games. If we don't win, start inching towards that panic button because it's time to start getting a little worried.
Did Andrew give his score yet?
Yeah, I said 1-1, and I had Zlatan.
1-1.
I had Zlatan scoring.
Well done. Yeah, it's winnable. It's winnable for sure. It's just a matter of actually getting it done, taking care of business.
And I don't have faith in this team right now until they show me something.
DG here makes a good point in the last.
That's
chat.
Dan. Toronto Dan.
Oh, Toronto Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cross country travel. They're missing 2 DPs, and they're just as inconsistent as we.
But are you really missing Josie Altidore? Like, are you really missing him?
I
think they are.
Yeah.
I think
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just going back in Galaxy history a little while to find an example. You could have made the argument, are you really missing Edson Buttle? Really? But it's like, if your team is based
In
on
2009, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Your
that's not fair because he's banging in goals
but if
like
your
left,
team
right,
is
and
if
center.
your team is based
Josie
on,
Altidore hasn't played in like how many games because he's been injured.
but if your team is based on playing 2 Edson Buttle,
a holding striker.
missing Edson Buttle
Yeah, I
is gigantic. If your team is based on Michael Bradley controlling the short passes, which is the way Toronto is based, that's going to disrupt them. If they're looking to play to a holding striker like Josie and he's out, that's going to disrupt them. Like it's when you're missing these. It's why missing someone like Jonathan is so dramatic, and it's such a handicap because if we're going to play out of the back, we play through the middle to Jonathan. Jonathan and the other center midfielder can spread it out to the wide wingers. Wingers cross it into Zlatan. If you're missing that middle point of getting it to Jonathan, that's where all Zlatan's services dried the hell up. Once Jonathan kind of went down against Columbus and had to get subbed out for Corona, his stats immediately took a plummet. And he bounces back against Orlando, but the next lowest rated game he had was against New England the week after the Columbus game. And it's kind of been him floating and getting back to where he was, but his ratings, his record, everything took a nosedive after he got hurt, and so did everyone else on the team. We're designed to play through Jonathan. They're designed to play to Josie. It's going to help us drastically that he's gone. And then for guys like Polenta or Giancarlo coming back, if he plays, it's beneficial to them where they're like, well, we got to focus on, what's the kid's name? Pozuelo. We got to focus on him. We don't have to worry about where Michael is. We don't have to worry about where Josie is. We got to focus on this.
Shut him down.
We got to shut this one guy down, and we'll be okay.
We've shown that teams that have been lower in the standings have beat us, so there's that too.
Yeah.
We've lost to both last place teams.
But like 20 teams are lower than us. I mean, the vast majority of MLS is below us in the standings. There's not a lot of options for above
That's
us.
true.
The only
But I
people
mean, I'm
above us
talking
are
like
two guys we haven't
bottom
played.
feeders. Like we've lost
Colorado,
Yeah.
New England.
Playing to our competition.
Yeah.
but we beat Orlando, and they're absolute dog shit. So it's you find your spaces every now and again. Every now and again.
All right, Ben, do you want to hit that lightning round?
You saw
Yeah, I
the
saw
same
that
thing?
too. Yeah. Dan on the YouTube live comments. French Canadian strippers solve a lot of problems. Ben knows,
Every problem one could have, except for
especially those Montreal ones, right, Ben?
oh,
French Canadian, yeah. I mean, where else are you gonna go?
the French.
There's
Yeah,
those
the
dirty,
French.
dirty girls
They
out
got
there.
to be French, don't they? That's
I
why
mean,
they do
there's a
that.
reason why the red light district in Montreal is pretty famous.
It's all brown like
Is it
districts
now?
have been.
Yes.
Tell me more about this.
All right, Jose Roscoe on the live
Yeah.
chat wants to know if Pavone is coming or what.
It's not famous to me.
I have a dad joke for this.
Go ahead.
Pavon is
Pew, pew,
now
pew, 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 pew.
Pavoff.
Hey, I'll leave you
High
hanging
five
for that
you.
one.
High five. There you
All
go.
right, thank you.
I forgot to pew pew on the lightning round. It's like my
That was
first
like
time.
5 minutes ago.
No, I read it in the chat, man. You
It's
gotta be in the
because
chat.
Dan just distracted us.
Yeah, he did.
Um,
Pew pew, everybody. Pew pew.
Yeah, it's reporting now that Pavone's off. That Boca.
Well, they rejected
There was
the
a
deal.
Rejected the
yes.
offer.
The report was
Yeah.
that Boca rejected. So summarize it quickly. The last thing that kind of got released was we offered somewhere in the neighborhood of $12 million for 50% of
50%,
Pavone's
yeah.
rights. It looks like Boca Juniors prefer to sell to Porto, who appear to be out. I just love fucking being involved in shit like this. That's all that matters. Like transfer talk for a relative big name player on a global stage who's relatively
But like
young.
actual transfer talk, like not like, hey, this person's
Hopefully
coming
he's
from
free.
Europe.
Yeah.
And it's gonna
Ben-
go to MLS, so it
and
has to be the
Benfica's
Galaxy.
Wonder Kid is staying, so that was also an option for him to go to Benfica, right?
João Felix,
And he's staying.
he got sold.
Oh no, I must be thinking. I thought so. I saw someone tweet that Benfica's Wonder Kid was staying, and so that means that
They might
they're
have more.
they're not in for Pavone.
But
now.
it seems like it was a $12 million offer from us for 50% of Pavone's rights. It sounds like the Galaxy had figured out how they were going to pay for this, even with Alessandrini in mind, which is nice to know that it's settled, and it
Yeah.
sounds like it's settled.
Yeah, we're putting Paul Tenorio on suicide watch right now.
But it's just a matter of getting Boca to accept it because it sounds like what they wanted was to be free and clear. Like they were ready to. The hope was they were going to sell him to some European team. I guess it was rumored Arsenal came in for like a $45-50 million bid, and they turned it down. That was stupid.
No, I guess
That
what was
was
it?
Previous, right?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
last
Previous,
year.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
that they had turned down.
Yeah,
And
not
they were,
now.
No.
Yeah.
And they were waiting for something in that neighborhood to come back.
Yeah.
But it also, and I could be wrong. It's a lot of it's through translating, trying to make do best you can. It sounds like on Boca's end the bridge has been burned. It sounds like on Pavone's end the bridge has been burned. So it's a matter of Boca holding out for something that they think is going to work for them, and it doesn't sound like that's coming in from Europe at all.
Yeah.
It looks like we're the show, we're the game in town, and it also reads because a lot of people are now saying that Pavone has. It's not necessarily that he's willing to come to the Galaxy, but that he actively wants to come to the Galaxy, and the Galaxy are actively feeling him out. So it sounds like they're running out of options, and at some point,
Yeah.
like they're going to run out of time.
You had
Tucker
any
doesn't
other?
get done.
I think when it's all said and done, I think
This
it gets
summer?
finished. I think it's finished. This
You
summer.
either sell him
Wow.
and get something, and like the potential to
And the
sell him
potential
off,
to get
contract.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like
or he goes for free, and
Well, I saw what some people said was a bullshit report. It came from a Spanish, so I can't really say it is or not. But that the Boca president said that why would we let him go to somewhere that doesn't sell players? Like they don't have the market to sell players. But
Miguel
we
Almiron just
do.
went to Newcastle
Exactly.
for like $30 million.
Yeah, we're selling players left, right, and center, 10, 20 million.
Almiron isn't playing with Argentina with next to Messi, so
Yeah, he starts for Paraguay, but it's looking at it like a launch pad. It seems like Boca wants to get paid now, and it's admirable, and I can understand if Pavone is their product that they've helped develop and blah 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 blah. I get wanting to cash in on him right now. There is something to be said about letting him come here, letting him hopefully thrive in a system that he feels more comfortable with, that he feels wanted. He's going to play every single week. And when we inevitably move him on, and make no bones about it, that's what's going to happen. This isn't a pipe dream of Efrain Alvarez that we keep him forever. This isn't a Landon Donovan situation where he is better than MLS and he's willing to hang out here. This is Pity Martinez. This is Joseph Martinez. This is Miguel Almiron. This is Josie Altidore. You're going to be here for a while, and when someone comes in for you, bet your fucking bottom dollar. The pitch the Galaxy made him was, when someone comes in for you and the time is right, we will let you go. That's how they get him to agree to come here in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Ball out for like a season and a half.
Ball out for 2 years.
And you're good. And you're good.
Then bounce out for 30 mil.
And I would imagine that the agreement's probably going to be something like, go nuts for 2 or 3 years, and then you're good.
All right, Ben. What's the next one?
Should the or should the supporters all hang out after the games and continue to party in some location, kind of like they did after the OCFC game, either at the Beckham statue or I think they shut the tailgate area, so not there.
So
Well, the
that's
cops
one
come
of
in, like,
that's
shut
one
down,
of the
like,
things that we talked about in this meeting, because this year they've been very aggro about kicking us out after the game. They weren't allowing us back in the tailgate section unless we're dropping off exemptions like drums and shit like that. And I asked about that because that is, from what some internet sleuth found out, like that is on the Chargers website of rules that you can't tailgate afterwards, but it's not on the Galaxy's one. So I thought, oh, maybe it's just a Charger rule, but apparently that is going to be the rule from now on, because they don't want to be liable for having people continuing to drink on the property and then leave. But I mean, I get that as a reason, but I kind of just want to be like, just get a little wink, a little hush hush. Nobody has to know. But I get it.
I mean, the counter argument was always like, if people had been drinking inside the stadium, why would you rush them into their car?
Yeah, that too. I mean, that's kind of what
and
Carlos
I can see the juggle for them and why it's difficult, because we don't want to rush you into your car, but if you're just hanging out and actively drinking, you're not. Let's say you've been drinking. Let's say there's a sobriety issue. We're not going to inspire you to continue doing this.
Well, I mean, I think there could be a way where you monitor if people are drinking after the game. You literally just go around like, hey, if you're drinking, you got to go.
Well, that's what the whole point
That's
of
the problem.
what we're trying to do. We're not trying to
But
not
if you're
let
drinking
the party
after the game, you're obviously gonna not hopefully driving.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't speak to everyone. But yeah.
There's got to be a way where you have to let people at least give them half an hour, man.
Yeah,
you kick people out right away. It's not.
We hang out at our cars because we're not allowed back in the tailgate area. We hang out in our cars until the thing dies down. Then the sheriffs come, they kick us out. I mean, I don't know. It would be nice if we had a designated tailgate area. Talk to your season ticket reps and tell them that's what you want, and that will let them know that it's not just me and Carlos complaining in a meeting. It's everybody else.
That's it. That's how it gets done. It's crowdsourced.
Benjamin.
Michael W., we kind of touched on this earlier. Does 2019 Zlatan equal 2016 Keane?
Probably less problematic on like a human resources level. Less issues as far as talking to, let's say, Leggett. Like, that seems to be a rift. That seems to be a rift that needs to get solved relatively quickly. And Leggett's going to lose that, but you can't have.
Well, probably both of them aren't going to be here next year, so it'll be okay.
At this point, I'm pretty cross fingers on. I'm not sure that Zlatan's at a year too late yet. I think.
I think it's just right when he leaves this season.
We might be getting there. We might just be getting there.
I don't think I could do another year of this.
Oh, I'm all done.
Yeah, okay.
But I think his question is like, by 2016, Robbie Keane had moved into that. We're taking 1 year too long to have gotten rid of you, where we're starting to diminish your legacy and what you've built up here. And the question I think is Zlatan already at that spot where it's like we've already ticked into, we're about done. Like,
yeah,
he's getting there.
At a minimum, he's getting there.
He's getting there.
It's not. I'm not quite sure that he's there yet, but he's certainly inching towards it.
Benjamin.
Ethan Basulto, Ethan_explosion on Twitter. Now that we have reached the halfway point of the season, do you think we will be a top 3 seed in the Western Conference come playoff time?
Yes.
No.
If not, what place do they see us finishing?
Top 3? I don't know. I think we continue to slide. I think these next few weeks.
I have the standings if you want me to go through them real quick.
Please.
Yeah, because I think
I'll go from seventh. I'll go for seventh up for the playoff spots. Currently, Houston on 24 points, Minnesota with 24 points, San Jose on 25, Dallas on 26, Seattle 29, us on 31, LAFC on 37.
Oof, that is jam packed.
Seattle's game in hand would move them above us if they won.
The only one who's played
we've
more
got one on
games
Dallas.
is Dallas. No one's in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They played one more game than us. The only team who could catch us with their game in hand would be Seattle. They'd surpass us with their one game in hand if they won that.
So, Ed, what do you think?
I think Dallas is not the Dallas we've seen in the past. San
They're not
Jose
gonna fall apart at the end.
probably.
Young kids.
San Jose. I mean, they're not gonna be playing us every week, so I think who knows.
I agree with that.
Minnesota is Minnesota. I don't see them staying in the playoffs.
They're already overachieving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Houston, like I said, they've had this like little down tick. So, top three. I think the only one who would take us would probably be Dallas.
Well, this is what I like about that question.
You don't think Seattle would overtake us?
Well, I mean, if for the top three spots, because we're already in the top
They would
three.
just knock us to 3.
Yeah.
This is what I like about that question. You look outside of the playoffs. Real Salt Lake, Portland, Vancouver, Colorado, Sporting, Kansas City. None of those teams are good enough to knock us out. So you're already at a point where you can go in a rebuilding campaigin, guaranteed playoff run. To which degree we pull that off.
Yeah.
Guaranteed shot at a playoff run. I do agree it's probably going to be Seattle if it's going to be one. Might be Dallas. But going into the Gold Cup campaign, going into Copa America, going into Julian Araujo in the U23s. Do you know what position we were in? Second. You know where we're going to be at the end of that run? Second. We're at a point. Probably, but we're at a point where we gotta hang on. We just gotta hang on.
I see us as overachieving.
We're drastically overachieving. Drastically overachieving. But we're 2 weeks from getting a whole lot better, and it sounds like we may have one of the most expensive signings in the history of the league coming in. If Pavone
if Pavone gets here, I'm not saying we're not.
If Pavone gets done,
but that's a different.
Based on where we're at right now, based on who we have right now, the personnel we have right now, we're getting ready to get Jonathan back.
If he's not
presumably,
hurt.
Fabio is going to get better having someone like Jonathan in the team. He's definitely going to get better having Antuna in the team.
Yeah.
Not having necessarily to play Corona if you need to be defensive, where you can play Kitchen because he's warranted starting. Not necessarily having to play Leggett, not necessarily having to play Emma anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The options that are coming back, and after we've already at least solidified being a playoff team, a contender, really, add 1 or 2 more pieces in there, and it looks like we may just. I don't know. It seems hard to think we're going to get knocked out.
Top 3, I don't know. Top 4, I could see top 4. I don't know about top 3.
Top 4 seems easy at this point. At this point, top 4. If to fall out of top 4 would be difficult.
Yeah, but all those teams are close.
But we're 2 game we're 1 game in hand on Dallas, and they've got 3.
3 teams within 5 points of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 4 teams.
4 teams within 6.
4 teams within 6. Okay.
But I can't see
5 teams within
Minnesota
7.
or Houston doing that.
Houston,
So,
maybe.
It's a hell of a run for Houston.
Do you think
Houston,
San Jose,
maybe. Minnesota, no. I don't think San Jose. Well, San Jose is playing a lot better
They
now.
are.
But can he hold on to it? I mean, he already immediately Almeida shit on the team as soon as he got here, and so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't see San Jose overtaking us though. But
Where do you have us finishing? Nailed in answer. Have to pick an answer.
if I had to choose, I'd say 4th. If I had to choose
about you,
one,
Eddie?
yeah.
I can't remember what I had in the beginning because we said something in the predictions from the beginning of the season, and I think I had them finishing 3rd.
3rd. That's admirable.
Because I do think that we are going to continue to slide for a little bit for at least the next couple weeks.
I think more than the next couple of weeks. Our next 10 games are kind of brutal. I think of the 30 points available, we'll be lucky to get 10. So I think
that is
yeah.
depressing.
God, this is the most depressing show I
That
think
is
we've done.
depressing.
in a
Yeah.
long
I
time.
can't be the positive.
Remember,
I can't be
remember
the
when I was
positive
here and
guy.
it was all optimistic and
I
we
mean,
were all I was like,
we're-
what the
we're-
fuck is this?
We're
Yeah.
talking about
This
LAFC,
feels right. This feels like
LAFC
home.
twice.
He flat out he disagrees with me. I assure you, he's
Well,
wrong.
think about
10 points. Are you fucking crazy?
LAFC
I'm
twice,
gonna pull up a roster.
Portland.
So that's 6 points.
I'm
I'm
right
gonna pull up
there.
a fixture right now.
Yeah,
I like how hold on,
Here, I got it
hold
right
on.
here.
How Ben
I got it right here.
has been in our ears this whole time. Like, hey, we gotta wrap it up. Gotta wrap it up. This motherfucker's pulling out the schedule and wants to go to the next 10 games right now.
I'm just
really,
telling,
Ben?
I'm just telling you.
Really,
Look-
dude?
Look at the schedule. I'm telling you, LAFC twice, Seattle twice.
This is I'm gonna
you
go from
you got at DC, at Atlanta.
I'm gonna go from the bottom, from the end of the schedule and up. And don't worry, Ed, I'll be quick. From the end of the schedule going back: Houston Dynamo, Vancouver Whitecaps, Real Salt Lake, Montreal Impact, Sporting Kansas City. That's 5 games in a row we should win.
But and
After
none of those are
that,
the next 10.
before that, Colorado Rapids 6, Seattle Sounders arguably a draw if we have the
there's
people
that.
we're
That's
getting.
optimistic.
At Seattle.
Yeah, that's optimistic.
LAFC. Who of you are actually picking that we're going to lose against LAFC?
Never.
Realistically,
I would never
I wouldn't pick it.
69-0 both games.
I mean,
Nice.
I see at least 7 games left in 7 games left in the lineup that are winnable, that are legitimately winnable. Maybe you get a couple draws here and there, but legitimately 10 points is fucking ludicrous.
So was the
depressing.
Colorado game. So was the New England game.
But I'm not
home.
saying
Those
we're
were
going to
winnable games.
run
We're
the
going to
board.
win all of those,
Yes.
but we're going to win 3
They
of,
are
of
winnable.
the 6.
Say we're going to win more than 4 is not insane. I don't.
I said 4 of the next 10.
Oh, specifically of the next.
Specifically of the next 10.
10 points in
I
the
thought you
next
said we were
10
getting 10
games.
points.
No.
full stop. Oh, I see. Okay.
Of the next 10. That's what I was saying. The next 10 are kind of brutal. After that, like you said, the end of the season is not that bad.
3 on Toronto, 3 on San Jose. We're going to win at Portland away.
We're going at Portland away, at Atlanta away, at DC away.
All right, it's not crazy then. Dallas is a maybe. I think Dallas is a maybe.
10 of the next 30 points is still
And I still have us beating LAFC.
Yeah, dude. I mean, look at the schedule. It's this right here. These next 10 games will make or break our season. If we can get through these
Our
next
season's
10
made.
points,
Our season's absolutely made. Unless we absolutely capitulate and fall out of a playoff spot, our season's made.
yeah,
because it's rebuilding.
which we never do.
Yeah, it's we do, but it's a rebuilding campaign. It's we said at the start of the season, anything from 3 to 7 is progress, and I think we're going to finish somewhere between 3 and.
So
3.
I have stats up here from our last 3 cups. Minimum we'd have to win 16 games. In 2012, we won 16. 2011, we won 19, and then in 2014, we won 17 games.
2012, we were awful.
Those are the cup years
Yeah.
that we won. So if you're looking at a minimum of 16 wins in a season, so you're saying we need 6 more wins to be like quote unquote in our championship form.
Yeah, we're our roster's not in championship form. But
yeah, you're also you're basing all that off of Bruce years where it was the season the season didn't matter until August.
Yeah,
so
well, that was
it's a different,
and that was
it's a
wildly
completely
different
different beast. Yeah,
and even our playoff runs are different. We got different opponents. It's
not the same format anymore.
Yeah, it's not. It's but there's so many points left on the table. There's a lot of options, a lot of possibilities. The beauty of the halfway point. Halfway point, you get to assess where you are, and assessing where we're at. Fucking second in the West, third overall in a rebuilding campaign. Let's have a little faith, everybody. Let's bring it all back together. I understand. Look, Open Cups, San Jose away. I got it. Let's bring it all together. Let's bring it all in.
Look at Chris trying to make us drink the Kool-Aid here.
Not happening.
I'm just trying to bring everybody back down to earth.
We're making the playoffs. That's really what
Yes,
it comes down to, and
that's what
I'm with
matters.
you on that. And that's what matters, and that's important in a rebuilding year.
Benjamin, any more questions?
That'll do for now.
All right.
So that
Thank
means,
you,
That
everybody.
means,
Thank
that
you.
means there was definitely
Thank
more
you.
questions.
There was a couple more. One was something about the best place to watch the game in Portland.
I have
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
way.
Matters is closed down, so it
and
doesn't
the
matter
rest,
anymore.
Yeah.
The rest of them we had already kind of touched on at some point during the show.
Do we
Watch
talk
it
about
all.
charisma?
That's what I know. There's the rumor of Ricardo Quaresma. That's
Mhm.
he's rumored to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
He's really old.
35-year-old Portuguese
He's
winger.
35? I thought he was older than that. I thought he was way
I thought
older
I saw
than that.
35.
I thought he was old when he was in the Euros. What?
He won 2016 Euros. He won Euros 3 years ago with Portugal.
I thought he was
so-
I thought he was like 37 then.
Yeah.
Yep, 35.
So Tucker, max you pay him, max that you would take him at.
Max that I would
It's
take
got to
him
be Tam.
if we could afford. Oh yeah, it's 10.
It's got to be Tam all day.
If you can afford him, I mean, whatever his cost is, $1 south of designated player. Like
Does he have to be Tam? Like, do we have to give
he
up
would be a
Tam
Tam
for
player.
him?
He would for sure be
100%
Tam.
be a
But do
player.
we have to do that?
Yeah,
well,
would
that's
you-
the other thing. You're only signing him in the event you can't get Pavone. So whatever Tam you
Oh,
have,
that's really that's
it's
what
one
it
or
comes
yeah,
down
it's one
to.
or the other.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah,
no
they sign
need
both.
because
Oh,
it's
man,
like
that's a huge drop off.
yeah, if you sign them both, if you sign them both, let's hypothetically you sign them both. You're looking at a lineup. You're playing
You're
Pavone
talking
on
about
one
Ricardo, Andrade, Quaresma, Bernardo here,
side.
sir.
Andrade. But if you're looking at a lineup and you sign both of them, Quaresma is going to be a Tam player. So you have Uriel, who you're benching to play Ricardo, which I don't think anyone's logically going to do.
Yeah.
You're benching Fabio, who you just spent a bunch of money to get in, or you're benching Christian Pavone, who is your big crazy money
That's
signature.
true.
There's no need to bring in both. You're going to bring in Ricardo in the event we can't get Christian. And in all honesty, I love Ricardo Quaresma. He scores nothing but bangers.
Yeah.
Exclusively scores bangers.
When he scores, it's ridiculous.
It doesn't matter how old he is, doesn't matter where he's at. My only problem, my only issue, it does point to saying that we're not getting Christian, but I really think this is a bullshit story. And I think it's leaked from the Galaxy to say, hey, Boca, if you're not willing to do business, we have to do business.
We got side dudes.
Yeah, we got side peeps. We need to do business this window. We're going to do business. We're going to bring someone in.
So is this a bluff to
think it's
get
a bluff.
Boca to
I think it's a
send
bluff.
it?
And I think it's a bluff to say, look, we've made you a very
Smart
a
business.
rich, competitive offer that is going to benefit you in the long term.
Yeah.
Because if he is successful here and you can market on that, we're going to move him off, and you're gonna make more money on the back end when you're done with him.
And clearly, we're going to want to continue to work with Boca
Yes.
in the future.
You're
So
gonna
we're
work
not
on-
going to screw them now for any reason. Yeah.
So
no.
that's honestly, I like the link. I would not necessarily like the transfer, although I'm a fan. I don't think it really works for us, and how fast we try to play wide would slow us down pretty drastically. But all in all, I think it's a whole lot of smoke and no fire.
I'm okay with it being nothing because I don't
Yeah,
know.
same.
I'm okay either way. Either way, I'm perfectly fine.
I don't know. I'm just not big on us being that team that brings in the old players.
This is why I would be down with him. He would help out this year as best he can, and he would definitely be gone at the end of the season. He'd be he's a one season signature.
I've been burnt in the past.
I understand. If it doesn't work,
I'm a
he's
spurned
gone.
lover. You know, it's hard to forgive.
Yeah, I don't know. MLS tends to not do like 1 year contracts.
He's your
either.
Christian Wilhelmsen, but he would. 35 is.
Look at Shelvick. We thought it was gonna be 1 year, and then it turned out to be multiple years.
Sjelvik was also supposed to play Cielo Van Dam. He wasn't supposed to be a 1 year guy.
Yeah.
And then what was Michael Ciani?
Siani, yeah.
Siani,
But that was. Oof,
Siani was an agent taking advantage of a poor small return.
Peter Vahanis.
Yes.
All right, Benjamin. Do you want to play that outro song, sir?
Oh, you want
Guess
to
we
do
don't
the
need a
FIFA
FIFA
update? Yeah.
Oh, you got it right.
Yeah, I got it. Play the FIFA music, Ben. So
Is there FIFA music?
No.
Oh.
The playoffs tab. If you're a FIFA 19 Squadcast,
Can I record FIFA music with my mouth
App-
and send it to you?
Andrew, I would prefer you do everything with your mouth.
You got to
I
do
think
like a
it's
cool
better.
indie music,
Yeah.
like rock music.
Hey. Da, na, na,
It's a song you'll hear.
Or
and
samba.
da.
It's a song you'll hear and go, I like that song, but you'll never hear it anywhere else in the world except for the
Or
FIFA.
I gotta like play some Euro trash song that they play in FIFA. Every single FIFA.
Those
has,
are
like,
always the
some
best.
Really?
It's got to be
Because
one.
now,
garbage.
now it's usually like a Brazilian samba song, or like some
Grime.
like indie. Yeah, see.
Oh, that's a perfect FIFA
Is
song.
this Florence and the Machina? Florence
No,
and
it's
the
Oh
Machina.
my
Actually-
God! Can we get the fucking FIFA update?
This is from the FIFA soundtrack. So
Ah, thank you, sir. So, to help Ed, playoffs. The playoff tab is now open. If you have an invite to our FIFA Google Drive thing,
Everyone has access to the sheet.
yeah. Well, I mean, for people who are playing, have access to it. Playoff tab is now open in the Google Sheet, and the matchups were tweeted out today. Let's see, for the top bracket, Gremio has a bye, who I wanted to take before they got selected. And my beloved Edward, because I made the playoffs this year, my beloved San Lorenzo has
God's
a bye
team.
week through the first. Yes. All through God's will. Bye week through the first round. Tigres plays Andrews Fluminense.
That's right.
And Scotty with Lanús plays Atletico Mineiro. That's in the top bracket. In the bottom bracket, Tijuana is on a bye, and Racing, which is Maza, correct, is on a bye.
Mazda's on a bye?
I think no, Maza's
Mazda's not on a bye.
Racing, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he
he's,
is.
I think he's
I
Racing.
he is Racing.
So he would be on a bye.
Okay.
Independiente, which is Hugo, who I always kept mixing up. He's got
that's why I thought. Okay.
someone help me with this pronunciation. Next Jaka?
It doesn't matter because they're gonna win. So
I think it does matter. I got to learn how to pronounce it then.
Necaxa.
Cox?
Yeah.
And Santos plays U Catolica. What is that?
The Catholics from Chile. It's the only Chilean team.
Oh,
It's
word.
Secular Taco Jesus.
That's awesome.
Is it the big U?
Yeah.
That's their logo?
Yeah.
Um,
Universidad de Católicos.
In Division Two,
Are
at
they the ones that had like the giant drum?
probably.
I don't know if that was them.
Was
Chile.
it another team?
Colo Colo had
Colo
a,
Colo, I think it
had
was.
a
Yeah, yeah.
giant
Oh, I
fucking
fucking
drum.
love Colo-Colo. Number 1 seed at
massive.
DeSanti plays versus the number 8 seed Matthew. Matt made the playoffs.
Matt made the playoffs, but there was an
Hey.
asterisk when they tweeted it out, so I don't know.
There is an asterisk. I don't know. Oh, it's subject to change based on games played. So
Yeah, play your fucking games,
maybe his
Matthew.
seed-
I thought it was
Fuck is
still
wrong
Monday.
with you?
You shouldn't have any games.
It was
left.
Monday,
What's
was
wrong with
it?
you, Matthew?
The second seed at Romonaldinho, I think I got that, versus the seventh seed at Cali Carlos with 2 S's, like Carlos, if you want to follow him. The third seed at LA Galaxy _rumors versus the sixth seed at Livid AF 96. That's
Angel.
Angel, thank you very much. And fourth seed at Edgar Laren Jr. versus the fifth seed at Rooney _.
And top 2 seeds get the automatic promotion.
Yeah.
Everyone else is fighting for that third one.
That third promotion spot, yeah. So, Matt, you got a fucking chance. The Squadcast is behind you. We're all rooting for you, buddy.
But you got to play the game.
Got to play the games.
You
remove that asterisk.
Yeah.
Individual awards. Cholos player Bow. He's at BOU. Has 31 goals last season. Racing Club. El Lopez had 27. And Scotty with Lanaus and Acosta had 26. My boy Blandy ended with like 19, so I'm pretty proud of that. Cholo's coach wins $5 for that, for being top goal scorer. Nagoya coach wins $5 from the promotional division as well. He did not actually make the top list. I can't really see it.
Damn, Gerbert didn't have the top goal scorer, huh?
Did not.
Because he's whack with Gremio.
H. Barcos with Atletico Nacional had 18 assists, and he just beat out Tigres and Toluca's main assist getters. Their names don't really matter. Santario for San Lorenzo came in 6th. No, that's Fluminense. That's
I was going to say, I've got a Santario on my team.
He had 13 assists, so well done. So he actually had 2 guys in the top assist getters.
Yeah, I was spreading it around.
So Nacional's coach is going to get $5, and Hubio Awatas, I guess it's in the second division.
Yeah,
they also are going to get $5 for top assist getters in that division. Leading in saves was Faria with Santos FC at 157. Neither of our people made in the top list. I guess our defenses are too good, whatevs. Because that's really not how that should work. That just means you're terrible at defense and your keeper. And I'm not shooting well, presumably. But the Santos FC coach is getting $5, and Osaka FC's head coach gets $5. MVP voting will get tweeted out tomorrow, and everyone who's playing in the first round of the playoff games, you have exactly 1 week to get your games played. So sooner the better. Fine tune your game, get your formations down, get all your instructions in. This is when shit gets real.
Renee, find me.
When you play Hugo, we're gonna live stream this.
I'm not playing Hugo though.
Well, you'll play Hugo in the next
I'm playing Gerbert.
Oh, that's right. When you play Jerbear, rather, we're gonna live stream this.
Yeah,
love it.
Hugo's not gonna be in the next round.
Oh,
he
doesn't win. Like, he doesn't win in playoff games.
This is what I love about Andrew, though. He said he puts himself out there because now you have to win your game, and Hugo
I don't
has
have to win
lose.
my game. I just want Hugo to win one playoff game, and then come at me like like a good FIFA player. But right now he comes at me like he's a good FIFA player, and he can't beat anyone who's good. When the competition gets down to the people who are good, he doesn't win. So I mean, what does that tell you? Me, I'm a semifinalist twice.
You got the tiara.
I've got the tiara. I've won something. Actually, I'm a semifinalist 3 times because I went to the World Cup. So I mean, what.
So look, check back next week. Let's find out what happened.
exactly.
Beat someone who's good, Hugo. Beat someone who's good. I'm your husband now.
All right, Benjamin.
Bear
now
Squad.
you can play that outro. Where can they find you on the socials, Ben?
Shout out, Jason.
You can find me at DT Radio Ben on the Twitter, and check out at Riot Squadcast because I got access to the Twitter.
Ben has access to the Twitter now, so
Be afraid.
it'll be more active.
Be very afraid. You can find Andrew on Twitter at
You
Samoa
can't.
Bob.
I don't have. Nope.
At Samoa Bob.
No. Not
Tucker, where can they find you on the
You
socials?
can find
man?
me. You can find me chilling in my bye week at ZeroCool138 on Twitter. Goodreads, Untapped, and that's about it. PlayStation Network.
And then quick shout out to Jason for the write-ups and everything.
Yes, thank you very much, Jason. Thank you at LA Galaxy TO. Tony Odom hooked me up with a press pass for 4th of July. I'm going to be there. My missus is going to be there. The baby boy's going to be there. Do come by and say hello.
Oh, don't let the Galaxy know that you have a press pass.
No. I have a parking pass. They will not give me a press pass.
Yeah, you said press pass,
Did
right?
I say press pass?
Yeah, you
Give me my
press-
fucking press pass. So yeah, come by and say hi. I don't want to see anybody on Twitter say I saw you and I was scared to say hi or whatever. Come by, say hi, bother me, whatever.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at EdTheZombie13. You can find the show on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Just search Riot Squadcast. Go like, share, subscribe. If you're listening to this on YouTube right now, hit the subscribe button so you get the notifications when we go live. Hit the like button, hit the share button. If you're listening to those podcasts, go to the YouTube, youtube.com/RiotSquadcast. Subscribe. You can listen to us live on Tuesdays, usually every Tuesday. You can email the show at show@riotsquadcast.com or Ben at riotsquadcast.com, Ed at riotsquadcast.com. Or you're not set up.
138. I'll get it set up.
He's not set up. And our Patreon, patreon.com/Riot Squadcast. Our website, riotsquadcast.com. Go there. I know Jamie has been really preoccupied with this Women's World Cup, so it's been she hasn't really written anything for us yet. She'll be back because it's USA all day, baby.
Oh yeah, let's fucking go.
Let's do it.
1,000 people to San Jose next year.
Yes.
Start talking to your people. Start coming up with your plans. We're gonna make this happen. It's gonna be big.
Let's do it. On that note,
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for coming in, man.
Bye.
We will talk to you guys next week. Bye. Suck it, England.
Fuck you, Brian. Suck a dick, bitch. Woo!